Testing. Test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Target on my back, lone survivor last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go. Living the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up and knocking me down. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
angel's gonna save me just in time. Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in the backlash? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown. Come on, let's kick it. Let's all get wicked. Put your hands in the sky for a one-way ticket. Come on! Come on, everybody, gonna start this party. If we turn it to 11, then we can't go home. And I'm not trying to tell you there won't be a longer run. When it all comes down, you'll know just what to do. We're gonna burn this down and keep on running till my time here is through. 'Cause when it all comes down, I know just what to do. Get ready for the smackdown.
Nice.
Get ready for the smackdown.
And please get it in there that the game has been flexed
Yep.
to a 6 p.m. 6:10.
I got it. Give those to him.
Yeah, here. Hey guys, I'm on
There's no
16.
turning back when we're facing the smackdown. Come on, let's rip it. Let's push that limit. If you don't feel pain, then you can't be with it. Come on! They said I wouldn't be nothing. I said stop fighting. Put the pedal to the metal, 'cause the storm is coming.
They doing favorite slicks tonight, too?
And I'm not trying to tell you there won't be a longer run. When it all comes down, you'll know just what to do. We're gonna burn this down and keep on running till my time here is through. 'Cause when it all
Man, you
comes
got
down, I know just what to do. Come on, let's kick it. Let's all get wicked. Put your hands in the sky for a one-way ticket. Come on, everybody, gonna start this party. If we turn it to 11, then we can't go home. Come on, let's whip it. Let's push that limit. If you don't feel pain, then you can't be feeling. I want it be nothing. I said stop running. Put the pedal to the metal, 'cause the storm is coming. Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in the backlash? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Five minutes.
Around me is lost in misery. The only God I've got in my life is you. No meaning, no other reason. When everything feels fun, I feel right with you.
Yep. So we'll get that in on the pregame show. Alright? Are you ready to talk about? I'm sure you went through the stats and everything.
On Wiz Sports, I did some, yeah.
Yep, okay,
So did you?
Yep,
All right.
so
I didn't compare them to the roster yet, though. I hope that
you want numbers or what?
just to make sure the numbers I wrote down are.
So I circled there are 4 difference makers. Robbie Rowe, the receiver, Levi Groom, the quarterback,
Yep.
Tucker Liebfried,
A receiver, a running back.
yep,
Ashton Spitzak.
which is the other running back. So
Yeah.
Groom, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Yeah.
Spit sack, 673 yards.
Yeah, 7.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, Robbie Rowe, 411 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yep. Okay. You saw that too on Quiz Sports. Yep.
I did their games. Those
Okay.
two.
All right. Yep. Good. Me too.
All right, I might have our first call in.
I will have to stand by my wife for the parents' night introduction.
Okay.
Whenever they do that. Oh,
I
got a
am
pretty good light.
following the Luther game on live stream starting at 6:10. Period. We are taking call-ins tonight. Period. If you want to call in tonight, we'll put you on the air.
Good enough? Do you want this over by you?
The lights?
Yeah.
I'll use this too.
I don't know if that works better.
That's probably worse for him. I can use this too, so make sure that one's good for Brad.
I don't know, is that too bad?
It was actually better the way he had it. Whatever's not like before.
Yeah, I got
That was awesome.
I'll put it like this.
Okay. So, all right. So we got just a few minutes. Let's get our plan of action here for our live stream. Let's do this, or for our pregame show. So pregame, we'll do intro. We'll do announcements. We'll talk about teams, records, playoffs a little bit. We don't know a whole lot, but we'll talk about it. And then keys to the game, along with who to watch.
Okay.
So Lake Mills and Kettle Moraine got canceled because they have the COVID. Kettle has the COVID.
42 players.
Test.
I sound good through mine.
Test. You can hear me through the mask?
Hear you, yep.
We are live, I believe, right, Shibs? Are we live, Shibs? We're live? Okay. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Test. There we go. Test. Good. Good.
And if you need this at all.
Thank you. I'm going to run that up.
The mascot for Potosi, do you know that at all?
The Chieftains.
Oh, they are, okay. And then Cassville, I think, are the Comets. Or are they together called the Chieftains, or do you know what they're doing?
We just got Chieftains out of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is anybody on yet? How many? About 10.
We have 10 people listening already. We're live.
Big studio audience tonight.
Last week we had about 70. So keep that in mind. It's going to be a lot of people. Well, I don't want that.
Sure.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Lights. Hi, everybody. This is Brad Shopper, and alongside me is Mark Lersch, and we welcome you here to beautiful, beautiful Knight Park in Luther High School in Onalaska, Wisconsin, where we have live, wait for it, live high school football action tonight between the Knights from Luther High School and the Chieftains traveling all the way from Potosi, Cassville. We especially welcome all of our friends from Potosi, Cassville that are listening online tonight. We welcome you, and we hope that we can bring you a little bit of some entertainment tonight as you watch your team play. We welcome all the Luther High School fans tonight. We encourage you to call in during our time tonight, and we'll try and get you on the air. And I want to send out, Mr. Lersch, I want to send out a really special hello and shout out to all the students of Luther High School, unable to be here but listening on live stream, still supporting their school, still supporting their friends, still supporting their team. Luther checks in with a record of 2-2, coming out of over a big win last week, 6-0, and they're going to take on Cassville Potosi, coming in at 3-2, dropped a close one against Darlington last week, 20-23. This is the Quick Trip pregame show, and we can't wait to break a few things down for you tonight. First of all, we got to start with a few announcements. Mr. Lersch, it's Parents' Night tonight. In just a few moments, we're going to be kicking you out of the booth, and you have to go say goodbye to Isaiah for the last time playing here at Luther High School. What a great, great, great time it is. To reflect a little bit on Parents' Night, Mr. Lersch.
Been coming to Parents' Night for a long, long time, and the first boy I've had that's been all the way through 4 years of football, and hopefully they get to play at least another week, but this for sure could be the last game here this year.
Absolutely. We don't know what comes one day to the next. Well, we also have one other announcement. If you're coming in expecting the game to kick at 6 o'clock and you're looking over at producer Greg Schibelhut's scoreboard, you'll see that there's still 17 minutes on the clock. The kickoff has been delayed till 6:10 officially. 6:10 is when we're going to get going tonight. There was a little bit of problem for the Potosi Cassville team to make it all the way up here to Luther tonight. Evidently there was a detour problem, so they're running just a little bit behind. We want to make sure that everyone is well stretched and ready to go, and so we're going to back up the start till 6:10 tonight. Still have time to get your family and friends. Tell them to join in on the live stream here at Luther High School. Tell them to go to lutherhigh.org and go to the live stream there. There's a link right there, and we would love to have them. We're going to see if we can beat our record last week. We took 70 people on last week. 70 people Mr. Schibelhut had on his live stream production. So let's see if we can break that tonight. 6:10 start. Make sure everybody knows about that. And we look forward to you calling in. I'm going to give you a number, 608-518-0187. I'll say that again, 608-518-0187. You want to talk some football with us, we're certainly going to help you out a little bit tonight. Mr. Lersch, it's the Quick Trip pregame show. Let's talk a little bit. Now that we have all these announcements down, let's talk about these teams. Luther checks in at 2-2 and Potosi Cassville 3-2. What would you say is the marker for each team? What are they all about?
Well, Potosi Cassville seems like they are very well balanced with the run and the pass, and they've been putting up some points this year. And kind of the opposite of Luther, we've struggled in a couple games to put points on the board, and we'll see how our defense can do to stop them tonight.
Kind of underscore what Mr. Lersch is saying there. If you're a stat person, you like the stats. Potosi Cassville is averaging a whopping 34 points a contest. 34 points a contest, and in contrary, the Luther Knights are putting up only 14 points for each game that they're playing tonight. So that is a giant stat that certainly stands out tonight, Coach Lersch. 34 points for and only 14 for the Knights. On the defensive side of things, the Knights at 2-2 have played 4 ball games, and half of the ball games they have shut out their opponents, not giving up a single point. And Potosi has been equally impressive, as each team is only offering 17.5 points to their opponents. Something has to break tonight. Something has to give. When I looked at the stats, Mr. Lersch, last week's Potosi Cassville game versus Darlington made my eyes stand out a little bit, my eyebrows stand up. I noticed that they only lost 20-23, and that's a heck of a Darlington team.
Yeah, that is. Darlington has been a great program for years and years, and I heard that game went right down to the end with Darlington field goal, I believe. And so, yeah, again, the Knights will have their work cut out for them, and this Potosi Cassville team really impresses me by the student body size of each team. Something like Potosi, a little over 100 kids, and Cassville a little under 100. Put them together, and 42 players out for football. They get most of their guys out for both of those schools. That's pretty impressive. Division 7 team.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. That's very impressive. A lot of heart in their school right there. That's a neat buy-in across the board. Hey, Mr. Lerch, let's bring up what you were talking about before, some of the personnel. Let's start, first of all, with Potosi and Cassville. Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. But the trigger man for all of it is their junior quarterback, Levi Groom. Speak a little bit on Levi for us.
Levi, 11 touchdown passes this year. And seems like his favorite go-to man is Robbie Rowe. But he also throws to Ashton Spitzak. And those guys are both juniors as well. Wow, look out for this team in the future. If they can keep some good linemen around, they're going to be outstanding.
Yeah, the only thing I saw there was their other running back, Tucker Leapfried. Looks like he's a senior. He's still putting 400 points or 400 yards up or running the ball. And looks like a very serviceable back that we're going to have to deal with. Luther will have to deal with. And then, of course, you just nailed it right there with their other running back, Ashton Spitzak. 673 yards on the ground up to this point in 5 games. You did the math on that. How many yards per carry is that roughly?
For Spitzak, 7.5 yards a carry. That's pretty. He's got going.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
He's broke some long ones.
And then, of course, you mentioned it as well. Their stud receiver and Bobby Rowe leading the team with 411 receiving yards. But here's the big stat. 8 of the 11 touchdowns that Groom has thrown has gone to Bobby Rowe. So that's pretty amazing that he's already got 8 touchdowns on this year.
On the Luther side, it's been sometimes difficult getting the ball to Lyndon Bias. Lyndon Bias probably our best playmaker along with quarterback Dylan Yang. And both of them are very explosive, strong kids. And hopefully tonight the Knights can really get those guys into space. Last week against Hillsboro just really bottled Yang up especially. He could not get out running the ball, and that hurt us.
Statistically wise, we've already noted, the Knights have had a little issue putting the ball in the end zone. The last 2 weeks they've scored, last 3 weeks, they've scored a grand total of 14 points, and that was 8 at DeSoto and 6 at Hillsboro. And in that time frame, Yang, the junior quarterback for the Knights, has 1 touchdown and 265 yards throwing the ball. He has run for 132 yards, but you're right. I think you just nailed it right there. The ball needs to get into Bias's hands as best as they possibly can to see if he can create some plays.
And last week, Eli Bolstead and Tanner Bass have taken over in the backfield. An injured Josiah Larson, who I guess will just be able to kick tonight. But those 2 guys are running with a lot of heart and trying to get behind a pretty experienced offensive line, at least for the Knights.
Again, we welcome you here tonight to Luther High School in Onalaska, Wisconsin. As the team, you're looking on the field right now, we also have Parents' Night, and the team is assembling so that the parents can be introduced here tonight in just a couple of minutes. If you're still wondering where we're at, the kickoff tonight will be at 6:10. 6:10. A couple of things went on tonight, and the team from Potosi Cassville just arrived, and so we're going to back it off to 6:10 tonight. And now the Parents' Night will take over, and we'll go live to the Parents' Night. And MC Tim Scriber.
For all of the time that you helped us With our laundry, we say, thank you. For all of the meals you provided for us, we say, thank you. For all of the bad weather we made you sit through, we say, thank you. For all of the love and support that you have shown us through all of the years, we say, thank you, and we love you. We could never be where we are today without your constant support, love, and patience. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Sincerely, your Luther High School football team.
And we are back. Kind of an interesting look on Parents' Night again, but every single thing has been unusual. There's no normal anymore. We're all aware of that greatly. Well, just sitting at 8 minutes to go before kickoff, the Knights travel to their locker room for the final advice from Coach Schiebel, and looking to put up some points tonight against the Potosi Cassville team. And Potosi Cassville's taking their opportunity here for the last 8 minutes to get a little warmed up as well so that they can hit the ground running as the game begins. This is the pregame show live from Luther High School with kickoff to follow in just 5 minutes.
If you've heard already, kickoff is at 6:10 this evening due to a little delay of traffic delay for Potosi Cassville team. Thank you.
Well, we don't have other games in the area to be watching, do we?
Not yet.
I don't know who's playing tonight.
Nope. I'm not even sure either. A lot of games canceled again, and who knows where things are at. So
when does
we're live again? Oh,
we're all
sorry.
live. Okay.
Okay. Great. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. All right. I did not happen to see if who won the flip or anything like that. Did you notice that, Mr. Lersch?
I didn't see either.
Okay. So we'll get that information. We'll come back to us as soon as we possibly can. And we're looking forward to a really important evening. Well, Mr. Lersch, let's talk about the keys to the game then as we finish up the pregame show here. To me, I think you've spelled it out clearly. I believe it's the Potosi Cassville offense versus the Luther Knight defense. That, to me, is the thing that we're going to be watching tonight, and whichever one of those units holds the advantage, I believe, will go a long way in determining the win tonight.
Yes, definitely. The Luther defense is going to have to tackle. And Potosi has some good skill position people, and the longer Luther can stay in the game and probably keep the score low, maybe some fatigue from Potosi Cassville for the ride and the home field. Got to keep the game close at the beginning.
Yep, and I would say right along with that, again, we can't have any big plays. Certainly this team from Cassville, Potosi Cassville, is built on that long play ability with the quarterback and that receiver. And, of course, you got the running backs that are able to break it at any time, too. But you're right. They're going to have to tackle and not allow any big plays in order for them to be in it. I believe that the second key of the game is going to be ball control here today in two aspects, being able to manage that clock and keep possession of the ball for as long as possible. And, of course, you know where I always stand on turnovers. You can't win when you keep turning the ball over. So not only don't keep the ball in your hands, but also then let's move the chains and let's keep the ball security going there too.
And that is something the Knights have done very well on offense this year. They haven't scored a ton of points, but the turnover levels have been low. Dylan Ying's interceptions are quite low. We're not putting the ball on the ground. We're just having to punt a lot.
All right, and then finally, the third thing today before we end our pregame show with just about 5 minutes to go before the teams come out, their final warm-up, and what we'll call our players to watch tonight. Our players to watch. So, Mr. Lersch from Potosi Cassville, who should we keep our eyes on again tonight in the pregame show here?
Oh, number 3, Levi Groom, and number 21, Ashton Spitzak, And number 1, Robbie Rowe. Seems to be the stats that we have talked about and talking to our coaches as well of the players that they're most scared of.
All right, so Groom is the quarterback. That makes a lot of sense. We'll watch the junior there. And Spitzak is the junior running back. We'll watch him and see what he does. And then, of course, somebody's going to have to take the junior receiver, Robbie Rowe. So a quarterback, a running back, and a receiver. We're going to watch those guys. That seems to be the Potosi Cassville plan.
And Coach Schiebel also mentioned to me at lunch, he said they have a good tight end as well. And I don't know if that's number 6, Dayton Udelhofen. That's my guess. But he said they are worried about their tight end.
And then let's turn our attention over to the Luther Knights. Who are the key players that we're going to watch tonight and keep our eyes on?
Dylan Yang again with his legs and with his arms. And then can he get it to the Luther receivers and can they make the play? And we have Hunter Caston, the senior, coming out for football this year, has had passes go his way, and he's had a few catches. And sophomore Nathan Riley will be a great player someday, just still a sophomore. A lot of good potential there. And then, like I said, Lyndon Bias is the other one. We got to get the ball to him out in space so he can do his stuff.
Yep, I agree with you. So keep your eye on Yang, keep your eye on Bias, and we're going to see what the Luther line does up front. And if they can give some time to the quarterback tonight and then keep the ball, good things can happen there. How about a player that isn't grabbing the headlines? Who's somebody maybe that just secretly could contribute in this game tonight? Give me one from Potosi Cassville.
Well, maybe we haven't mentioned the other running back, Tucker Liebfried, senior. 7.8 yards a carry, so he's ripped off some big ones too.
That's the one I was thinking for on that side. And what about from Luther?
And I would say, as watching all the games this year, a runner that really surprised me, Tanner Bass. He just really has a knack, and he hits the holes and he cuts nicely. Still a sophomore, but his good years are in front of him.
A couple of running backs that are maybe not the first options for their team, but certainly ones that we're going to watch, and maybe potentially they can do something in this game too. Hey, welcome to the pregame show. We're just wrapping it up here. We're glad that you have joined us. We're going to get a count of how many people are on tonight watching us, but a very special welcome again to our friends that are in Cassville and also in Potosi. We're glad that you're able to join us in the live stream, even though you're not able to be here tonight in person. Welcome to our Luther families that are watching the game tonight, and the Luther students as well. So welcome to Luther High School, and we are just about ready to get set. We're going to take our national anthem, and then it's going to be time for our kickoff as the Knights come back to the field, and the Potosi Cassville team also takes the southern end zone as they get ready for the national anthem.
And to respect social distancing guidelines. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Remember, it all begins with you. Sportsmanship begins with you. I want to welcome everybody to Luther High School and tonight's game between the Potosi Cassville Chieftains football team and your Luther High School Knights. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And now to announce the participants on the field. First off, the officials. Brian Babish, Chad Brueggemann, Rod Hansen, Rod Hamilton, and Dan Wick. And now, led by head coach Mark Siegert, the announcing of the Potosi Cassville Chieftains football team. Next up for the Luther Knights, we will be honoring the seniors on the football team.
And a very good welcome
In
to everyone
numerical
again
order.
to Luther High School.
We're in
And
number 11.
tonight's contest
Playing
between the
quarterback
Potosi
and defensive back,
Cassville Chieftains and the
Nehemiah
Luther
Efren.
High School Knights tonight. The 2-2
number 15,
Luther Knights take
wide
on the
receiver
3-2
and
Cassville Potosi
Lyndon
Chieftains.
Bias.
Oh boy, this is a great night. Can you believe
number
that we're
17,
in
wide
November
receiver
and
and
it is
defensive back,
absolutely
Hunter
beautiful out, Mr.
Aston.
Lerch. It certainly was a crazy, crazy idea about pushing football back so long, and we thought it would be just terrible. And this is the best weather of the entire year right now.
Oh, yeah. Think back to it probably since our first game at Boscobel, early October,
We're number
maybe when he played that
52.
first night.
I just said to the kids today that I saw in the halls, enjoy the journey tonight because you couldn't want it any other way. That's going to be
We're number
perfect for
55,
playing. The
O-line
field
and
is in
linebacker,
amazing shape
Cole
and condition tonight.
Gustafsson.
And there's excitement that's building
Number
here.
68,
And
O-line
hopefully you're
and
along for the
D-line,
ride tonight, too.
Isaiah
Yep.
Lerch.
Mr. Lerch, there is your son. That's
We're
got to
number
feel
80,
really
tight
good
end
seeing
and
him one
defensive
more
back,
time.
Connor Beagle.
Yep, he was really looking forward to this year, and at the beginning he said, I hope he can just play a game. And now it's in Game 5 for the Knights.
And the rest of your Luther
Well,
Knights,
we welcome the
directed
23
by
of you that have
Mr.
joined us,
Matt
but we need you
Siegel.
all to go and tell somebody else to log on. We have to beat 70 tonight. That's the number. We need you on board tonight, so go ahead
Using
and
your
do that.
mobile device,
Well, you know,
scan
I'm
the
not
QR
sure.
code that is
I'm
at
not
the
sure, but the
table
P
or
word
it
has
is
been
posted here
mentioned
at the
here
press
at
box
Luther
for
High
tonight's
School.
game
Hasn't been
program.
mentioned around here for a while, Mr. Lerch, but evidently there's talk of a potential playoff game coming up as well.
Yeah, it's been very up in the air about that, as WIA probably has to decide of which teams are still playing and who's left and what should they do and what kind of record do you have to have, and lots of scenarios thrown around by our players and coaches of are we playing another week? Is it playoffs? Is it just another game? What's it going to be? We still don't know.
A lot of stuff up in the air for anything, everything, you name it. All our kids know is that they're playing tonight, and they're super excited about that. And this is it. This is Friday Night Lights. This is what we want to be. This is what we want to do. Well, welcome, Jeff, and thanks for logging in all the way from Crete, Illinois. So far, you're in first place. Can you beat Crete, Illinois? Come on, Alaska. Let's go. Let's hear you. Send it out. There, your hometown in Alaska? Anchorage? Anchorage? Once had a call to Anchorage, Alaska, and they were going to give me a whale blubber to come out. And there's our kick. Went all the way back to the 25, and that's where it's picked up. Across to the 30, still on his feet to the 35. And that's where Potosi Cassville will pick up. That's where they'll set up. And here comes that vintage offense, Mr. Lerch.
Well, my son said they are really big. So we'll see their roster. They do have, how many guys over 200 did I count? About 6 guys. 6, 7, 8 guys over 200. We'll see how many are starting here.
Sprint up to the line. We've got 2 receivers to the left. Split backs. The give it to the second black through. He makes first contact and is stopped for a loss of at least a yard, and that's Spitzak, I believe,
on the play.
who had that ball. Maybe not. Maybe it was Groom that still had it. We'll get a call on that. Numbers are a little tough to read on that section as well.
And,
brings up to 2nd and 11.
Yep, tough to see on that one. Good push from that right side of the Luther D line there.
Pretty excited right there, and this is obviously probably a passing down. Here comes one receiver split far out here to the right, one to the left, split backs again. Groom takes,
run,
gives, run to the right. One dodged, one miss, and the Knights swarm and tackle for a medium gain of about 4 yards just across the 40-yard line of Potosi Cassville. This will bring up the first third down of the ball game. It's third and a long 7 to go.
On the play brings up 3rd and 7.
And where's Patricia from? All right. And here is third down. And there's a fake
little
to the
bootleg.
first back that's looking deep.
He's
Already
looking deep.
got one
Got to
behind,
find the
and
ball.
there's
He's got to
again.
find the ball.
And there it is, first one. And that's right to the one we were talking about. It goes all the way down to Robbie Rowe for a gigantic gain. Oh, almost 40 yards play. Got behind the Luther defenders right off the bat, and I'm sure that the Luther defensive coordinators are not happy with that one right away. They know that that's coming all night long.
Especially off of play action there on 3rd and 7. They hopefully shouldn't be biting on that.
Again, split left, split right here, split backs, and the give. Second back through, and he's stopped right at the line. Looks like the Knights are getting good penetration up front.
Gavin Proudfoot there on the stop.
Proudfoot was there, and a number of Knights helped out, so that was a good stop. That brings up a second down. And a long 10, maybe even 11 yards to go for the Chieftains.
Chieftains' numbers are tough to see for us. I think they should be penalized for not having dark numbers.
All right, second down, long 10, 11 yards to go here. Rowe is out here to the right. It's a quick throw screen out, gets to the corner. Knights run him out of bounds right around the 15-yard line of Luther.
Strung that out nicely there. And I would say Potosi come back to the pass maybe here. Well, but it is 3rd and short. 2 down territory here too.
On the play brings up 3rd down and 1.
Oh, my. Not quite a first down. Stop the clock. It's 3rd and 1 from roughly the 13-yard line, just inside the 15. Groom looks over the play. He's going to
first back.
Yep, first back dive. It will be a first down. He'll pick up quite a few yards all the way down to the 5-yard line roughly.
Is that maybe number 5 Liebfried on the carry? Not sure.
Gain of about 7 on the play. That'll be 1st and goal.
All right, so first possession of the ball game. We had a 6-10 kick tonight. Potosi Cassville on the drive thanks to a 40-yard completion from the Groom, the quarterback, to Robbie Rowe. And now it sets up camp with 1st and goal. There's a pass.
Little fade pattern.
Again, he's got him in the corner, and he got it in, and that's Robbie Rowe for another touchdown. Groom to Rowe, and that's their 9th catch-up of the year.
Touchdown for the Chieftains.
Yeah, little NFL style there. Throw it up to the stronger receiver and go up and get it.
Could be a long evening if we don't put a stop right there.
And I was going to say the Knights can try to put our best D-back on Robbie Rowe, but maybe that is.
We've got a fake of the
fake on the extra point,
and the quarterback
and they made that one look easy.
And throws, and that is good, and it's 8-0.
Good.
Need a replay on that. Shibs, did they snap it right to the quarterback?
The holder.
The holder, yep.
To the holder. Yep.
Do we have replays tonight? Ooh, how many angles? Is that James Biedenbender with a camera right down at the goal line as well? Having that pylon cam. There's another thing to add, Shibs. All right.
It did not take long for the Chieftains to score right off the bat. First drive, they took the ball and marched it roughly 61, 62 yards and took it all the way to pay dirt. Made it look pretty easy, mixing a little bit on the ground, but a couple of big plays in the air. And boy, I'll tell you what, Groom to Rowe is certainly as good as advertised right off the bat. Going to have some work cut off for us there. The Knights are set to receive the ball. as the kick will be made from the Potosi's 40-yard line here.
Maybe Bias and Riley back deep maybe has been mostly this year.
Bias back for the return for the Knights.
And there's the whistle, and here comes the approach. And
I'm thinking they might be kicking this.
Short line drive.
Oh, get at the Bias.
Bias has the ball, and he's already across the 20 to the 25. Steps back, goes forward again, and he'll be shut down right there at the 25-yard line. This is about a 5-yard return, and the Knights will set up camp on the 25-yard line. And here comes that Luther offense, and they're going to need to sustain a drive right off the bat. A good way to answer Potosi Cassville's long, quick, fast drive is to grind one out here. So Dylan Yang comes in and calls a play, and the Knights break the huddle, and here they come.
And the Knights in the pistol. That center to quarterback snap has been really good all year, even with multiple centers we've had to have.
Yang takes the snap, drops back to throw. He's going to go short.
Nice pass.
Got it
hook and ladder to start the game.
The bat, and that's a huge play.
Bias to Riley on the hook and ladder.
All the way across the 50. Called the hook and ladder. That's going to be out of the pistol. A quick pass to Bias, and he's got Riley sneaking around. That's a huge gain, and all the way to the 49 of Potosi Cassville. There's a little excitement for the Knights.
Is that the San Diego Chargers of Dan Fouts in 1982?
I believe Mr. Schiebel said, let's open up the bag of tricks tonight, boys. Halloween is not quite over yet. Here comes Yang in the pistol. 2 receivers this way, 1 far.
You might see a double reverse coming up
Here
now.
comes motion, and I believe that's Bias. Bias out to the side. He'll take the ball. They get him the ball, and he'll be down on the ground. He can't quite turn it up the field from there. It's going to be a loss of about 3-4 yards. It's going to bring out a second and 14 yards to go.
Yep,
I like the idea.
I think Yang led him a little too much, but I don't think he had anything there, even if it's a good pass.
I like the plan to get him the ball and get him to turn it up, get his shoulders square to the back, to the goal line, and let him roll.
Maybe we can spread them out a little bit and then run inside.
Short side here next to us. Got some motion with Bias again. Goes through the pistol, and Yang keeps and goes up the middle for a minimal gain. A 1-2, the pile pushes him almost to the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 11 yards to go for the first down, maybe 12. Almost looked like a broken play, Mr. Lersch there. It looked like he was turning to give on the dive and nobody was there, and so he just turned and followed it up the A-gap.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Big play for the Knights here. They've got to get something substantial to even be able to think about going. Otherwise, you're going to have to punt again on 4th down here. Hopefully they can turn something up and get it across the 45 and then maybe consider going for it.
Twins each side.
King backs down.
A decent amount of time.
Real nice ball.
Oh, intercepted.
And it's going to be picked off, and that's unfortunate because that was a good ball.
Is that Robbie Rowe on the pick?
And there he goes down all the way to the 30-yard line. That was a good ball by Yang. The receiver just jumped too soon there.
Yeah.
And otherwise that ball was there. And that's going to turn it over and go all the way down to, give me some help here on that.
Down to the
it was a 30,
15.
but I it might be the 25.
Yep, 22.
Yep. So Cassville will take over on an interception on a turnover. And Cassville's got rolled out here to the right. And going to watch him carefully here. Here's the quarterback, and he gives to the back. Spitzak picks up a good 6-7 yards, bringing up a 2nd down and about 3 to go. 8-0, Potosi Cassville struck first series of the game. A long pass from the quarterback row from the quarterback room to row, set up an easy touchdown for Potosi Cassville and the 2-point conversion. And that's where we stand 8-0. And now a Potosi Cassville interception puts them in business right at the 18-yard line. 2nd down. Must have stepped out of bounds again. The give is to the first back through. That's a dive, and he'll get close to 1st down yardage. Yep, it looks like he has enough to get it as the officials stop the clock. All right, so they will run the clock and the 1st down here. And it is 1st down and goal
first
from
down.
the 8-yard line.
For the Chieftains.
Here comes the play into Groom.
That
He's gonna-
Tucker Liebfried, Brad, a 6 foot, 200-pound senior as a fullback.
Wow. Wow. I wish we could see the numbers a little bit better. Roll way out here to the right. Keep your eye on him. He's got Riley on him. And that's where Groom's going. The ball's
tipped.
Oh, and the Knights very quickly almost get there.
Groom's pass.
I think that's
Isaiah looking for the pick on the deflection right
I
there.
think that was a Proudfoot tip, wasn't it? Did he tip that
Probably.
one, I think?
Probably.
Yep,
that was Gavin.
Proudfoot.
All right, what do we got?
Second down. No, second down. Yep, second down.
Second and
8
goal?
yards. Yep, 8 to go. 2nd and 8. This time, Roll goes left. Keep your eye on him out there. The Knights send out one. Single coverage. Boy, were they even
First
set?
back. That was quick.
That was a quick snap, and I'm not certain anyone was set on that one. I'm sure that the Luther staff will be all over that. That was about a gain of about 3 or 4. So that will set up a 3rd down and 4. Very important 3rd down play. If the Knights can make a stop here, it'll be super helpful.
Well, the Knights had success down here last week. Hillsboro was inside the 10 like 3 times and came away with nothing every time. And so hopefully we can have some confidence to hold them out here 2 times.
Levi Groom brings him up. He's going to pitch the ball out here to the right.
Oh, nothing here.
Tackles into the end zone.
Spitzak on the carry out to the right side, across the goal line.
Looks like they had about 3 guys on our 2 right there on that pitch. I don't know if that was a pitch to the tight end side or not. If it was to a weak side, they just really outflanked us and outblocked us at the same time.
That's a 4-yard touchdown there by Spitzak to bring the score to 14-0.
And now we're spread out here, a little polecat action.
There's the direct snap, and he's going to try and run it in, and he's going to
nothing
be
there.
stopped
That's a nice
early,
tackle.
and that will fail.
Tanner Bass upending him.
5 left to go in the first quarter.
14-0.
Luther Knights.
And again, a special welcome to Luther High School tonight. We had a 6:10 special kickoff tonight. 6:10 is when we started. Summarizing the game, Potosi Cassville took the opening kick and went about 60 yards, and thanks to a long 40-yard pass, was able to put one in. And the 2-point conversion was successful, 8-0. And then after a Yang interception, Potosi Cassville punches it in with Spitzak from about 4 yards out. PAT just failed. It's 14-0 is where we stand with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 5 minutes to go here. This is an important drive for Luther High School, Mr. Lersch. This is one where they're going to have to go on a sustained play. We can't get 14 points in one play. We're going to have to go on a sustained drive here and really get after it.
That's for sure. We need to put some first downs together here and run this clock and get us a little confidence.
Bias and Riley drop deep again for the Knights. They're standing around the 18-19 yard line. And the last kickoff that we saw was kind of a line drive type kickoff. Didn't get up in the air very much and only made it to about the 25-yard line. So we'll see where we're at here there. And there's the whistle and the approach, and there's the kick. Same kind of line shot, but this time it's a right to Bias at the 20. He goes to the 25. He's across the 30. He's got 35. He's up to the 40, and just gets tripped up at the 40-yard line. Almost broke that one twice. Sets up some pretty nice field position for Luther High School right on the 40 itself.
Yeah, there were a couple chieftains there that ran right in the same alley, maybe took each other out almost and hit the ground, and thought he might sneak through and break one.
Really liked how hard Bias ran that one. Got across as fast and as hard as he possibly could. Here comes the Luther High School offense.
Going twins each side again.
For the second time this evening. This is their second possession. Leaves Yang alone in the backfield. And he's going to follow right up the middle, and he'll get to maybe 3 yards. He'll get across almost to the 45-yard line, right at the 44. It's a gain of 4. Bring up second down and 6 yards to go.
Really like that offensive play of going double twins and then still running it up the middle with probably our strongest runner.
Knights break the huddle on 4:30 to go here on a beautiful night for football in the beginning of November. We're only just a couple weeks from Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? And we're playing beautiful football with short sleeves on. Yang breaks 2 tackles, but he dropped the ball.
Is that ball on the ground?
He put the ball on the ground. It got ripped out right at the 45-yard line.
Chieftains are saying their ball.
Fumble on the play.
They're still playing for
nothing
it. Now
yet.
we'll stop the clock, and they're scrambling
Got
down
some
there a little
pointing.
bit. And
Our
the
ball.
Knights will
Got
keep
it back.
Who's on the bottom there?
Covered by
That's
the
Proudfoot,
Knights.
I believe. Proudfoot, I'll bet you he scrapped for that ball
Gain of 2
as
on
hard
the
as he
play.
possibly could to take it.
Brings up 3rd and
Well,
4.
so we are prognosticators. What did we say in the pregame show? No big plays and don't turn the ball over. And so far we're suffering from both right now. It is 3 minutes left and 50 seconds here in the first and opening quarter from Luther High School. It's 14-0 Potosi Cassville. The Knights are on a drive right around their own 46-yard line. Big third down, about 4 yards to go. Here's motion with Bias. Snap and give to Bias.
Oh, nothing.
He'll be met and thrown down to the backfield. A loss of about 3 yards, 4 yards on the
And
play.
off the bias.
And we're going to be punting well.
Left side
They
lost
are
on the
very
play.
aggressive on defense. 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage on the snap that time, so they are coming hard.
Smelling blood.
Yeah.
Smelling blood. 4th down for the Knights. And they're going to be booting the ball here.
Punting this week is it Tristan Riley, I believe. As we've had about 4 different punters this year.
There's the
Oh,
snap,
short snap,
and they're
inside
going
handoff.
short.
He's
And
got
they break a
through.
run, break
That's
2
Michael
runs,
Lenz on the inside
and
handoff.
he's going to scramble for
the first down.
all the way to the 43,
Punt on the play.
42-yard line of Potosi Cassville.
Michael Lenz
And the Knights
on the
keep
ball
it going.
carry.
That's good execution right there. Very good execution
Brings
on
it
the
all the
inside
way across
handoff.
midfield.
Snap to the up back, inside handoff, and off he went. That was good running by Michael Lenz as well.
At the 43-yard line.
Well, I know Isaiah got
That's
home
up
from
for another
practice a
Luther
little
Knight.
later this week on some nights. I think
Foul.
they spent some extra time running a few of these little trick plays, maybe under the lights.
Gotta love it. Coach Comey drawing some things up and having a little bit of fun with
Too many
that.
guys in the huddle. Got to take a timeout.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, he took a time. Oh, we have a flag now. Now he's going to call
Oh,
it
now
right
they're going to
after the
call it.
timeout.
He came out, and then they called the timeout. So we're going to get the penalty. Hopefully, don't have to take a timeout.
Yeah, then they shouldn't have.
Flag
They
on the
shouldn't
play.
have to take the timeout then.
Indication is
Unless
20.
the judge on this side says, I had the timeout first. He can go to bat for Mr. Siebel. The last inside handoff play?
Looks like they've come to an agreement, and they're not going to give them. They're not going to take the timeout. You're correct there. So we're going to play. So no timeout was given, but the penalty was taken. If you were trying to figure that out, with the Knights had 12 men in the
Indication that
huddle.
there is no timeout
They
on the
tried
field.
to scramble one off, but that's
Brings
too
up
late
first
right
down
off the
and
bat,
15
and
for
that's
the
a
Knights.
penalty.
Ooh, we got the replay coming on that fake. Nope, maybe
Here
not.
come the Knights at 1st down and 15. Yang out of the pistol takes the ball and gives
That's
to the
Tanner
second back
Bass.
through, and I believe that is Bass, isn't it? I think it was
I think
Bass.
so.
Yep.
Bass on the ball carry.
Gets a couple of those 5 yards back, maybe, and we're looking at
Gain of 1
second
on the
down.
play. 2nd down and 14.
Just under 2 minutes to go here. Mr. Schibelhut's trying to show you the replay of that. Oh, it's all done? Hope you enjoyed that replay. Brought to you by,
Fox Sports on Alaska.
there it is. Out of the piston here. Hey, this is only the second time all year we're doing this, folks. So we're rough to begin with. There's Yang and a keeper. He scoots up the middle. He gets to the original line of scrimmage and
on the
falls
ball carry,
forward.
up the
Even
middle.
a couple more. It'll bring up a 3rd and a manageable. Oh man,
3rd and
probably
9.
8 or 9 on it, huh? So 3rd
up
down.
3rd
You got to
and
figure
9.
at this junction of the game we're probably in 2-down territory. It's not going to really matter if we're here at the 40 or if we're at the 20.
Yep, that's
so
true.
I would think before anything gets away, we take two plays to try and get 9 yards.
And I could see this pass coming to number 7, Logan Barr. Logan, a freshman who's had some nice catches in the last few games. A pretty big target, 6'4", 6'5". I could see Dylan looking there on this one.
Out of the pistol, there's Yang. He takes a snap. He rolls here to the right. He puts the ball away.
I think
to
that was a
carry
design
already.
run from the
Yeah,
beginning.
from the very
Yeah.
beginning, it's a design run. He gets hit as he goes out of bounds.
Yang on the carry.
Tries
to
to
the left
turn it
side.
up. Maybe we'll give him one. I'm not sure. Maybe a one. And it's going to be 4th down and 7 to go. 4th and 7 from the 40-yard line. Knights are going. Yang has the play from Coach Comey, and he's going to bring it in right now.
Yep, don't think the fake punt was going to go right here. So obviously lining up. So Barr or Bias out to the short side of the field, though. Logan Barr, tight end on
Yang
the left.
drops back. He's looking
He's
across.
looking to Barr. He's got
Finds
it.
Barr. And does Barr have enough to get it?
Pass to the left side to Logan Barr is complete.
Nice soft hands there for the big freshman, number 7.
Nice play by Logan Barr, grabbing that ball, turning it up. He had to actually turn it up and get a couple more yards to get that first down, and he fell forward. So that's a first down for the Knights.
First down.
27-yard line. The Knights are now threatening. Yang out of the pistol, gives to
Eli Bolstead.
Bolstead tries to turn it up, and he's going to be thrown back for a loss of 1 or 2.
Elias Bolstead.
Good penetration there by the Potosi Cassville Chieftains.
Yep, Eli's feet just got a little too close together there, and he
Second down and 12.
couldn't accelerate through that small hole.
I don't think the Knights have to run a play here, but it looks like they're just going to try and go. All right, here's a little play to Barr, Logan Barr. We're going to go Yang to Barr for a key first down here, as Shibboleth Productions is putting that through right now. In the meantime, here come the Knights, and they're not going to get the snap off here. They're going to do the end of the quarter. They're going to have a chance to regroup here as the first hour comes to a close, and we're going to flop fields and start to fire the second quarter up. Hey, a pretty clean first quarter, Mr. Laird. There was only one penalty that I can recall, and that was the 12 men on the field for the Knights. Other than that, it was a pretty clean one, and not too terribly bad.
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess just thinking back to last week now, I think, seriously, 25 total penalties in the game last week between Luther and Hillsborough. So we've really cleaned up some of those things this week, and obviously Potosi Cassville is a well-polished team as well. So as they're talking now in the huddle here, it's always the offensive coordinator Jeff Colmay talking to the linemen probably. Hey guys, which hole can we run? Where can we run? Can you take your guy? Can you go this way? And hopefully they're scheming a little bit and looking what we can try to do inside as well.
Well, we've had a little bit of success running a gap right between center guard there. Every time we've been stretching it out a little bit farther off tackle, it seems like we've been penetration by Potosi Cassville has stopped that quite a bit. So maybe we'll stay a little tight, but I still believe Yang's throwing a pretty good ball tonight. I think our receivers are available as well.
He has. Yep. Quick passes. We've been having a little 3-step drop type of deal, and let it go.
Ready to start the second quarter. 2nd and 12 for your Knights.
Good evening, Mr. Jerry Schwartz. We're glad that you are aboard tonight. Welcome to Luther, and we're thankful for your support as well.
Oh, wow. Wow. That was a nice defensive play.
Yep.
I thought we're going to get that.
Yep.
Logan, it's going to go over the top to Logan, and
By the Chieftains.
that was a quick.
Not quite. Yep.
Is that probably the same defender who picked off the other one before?
Ball is placed
That's a good player.
at the 14-yard line of the Chieftains, where they will start 1st and 10.
Well, first possession of the second quarter here for Potosi Cassville, and second turnover of the night for the Knights.
I didn't think Yang was going to get that ball away, and he got more on it than I thought with that big rush.
Here comes a little motion that they showed, and they're going to throw it out here. Oh, just over the outstretched hands of the potential receiver. I believe that's spit sack. Boy, they use spit sack quite a bit, don't they? Out of the backfield, up the middle, they throw it all over the place for him. Good team, good, well-coached team. You can see that right away. Really, really well-disciplined team as well.
Looks like Aaron Jones there, Brad.
He's hurt. He's out. No.
Not Delvin Cook, but Aaron Jones.
All right, second down and 10 for Potosi Cassville. Got to be looking number one here. Got to be watching out for
They passed
them.
on first down.
Yeah, they're going to run it here. And we get through the first line of defenders and into the second level, and then the stop was made.
Okay. If there isn't play action pass coming now, I don't know what is coming.
We all have got to know this. It's now third down and a long way to go. We were met with a 3rd and 7 before, and they ran a play action that we bid on. So we've got to know 3rd down 7. I could see something huge over the top here. Know where Rowe is.
And, yeah, I'm the Chieftains. I'm saying let's go to Rowe again.
Yep. Groom is licking his chops here. They got to be getting close here to the clock. Don't see anybody.
Do we have any help on Rowe out there?
See a long
motion his way.
To the right. They're going to run them both out.
Awesome,
It's a
good.
short and underneath play.
Yep.
Keep the ball
Bias
in front,
right there.
And
I
they're
think
gonna
they're short.
Stop them short. It'll bring up about a 4th and 2 at the most.
He had some great penetration there. He threw the ball before he wanted to.
Well, 4th down and a 2 to go.
Pass over to Spitzak, complete.
Another well-designed play. You know, clear out with Rowe, and then Spitzak goes underneath and turns it up. It appears that Potosi's going to kick. Knights are set for a return already. I believe that's Bias back. Is that true?
And
Is that
Bias
Riley?
is kind of the short man.
Is that Riley back?
Must
I
be
can't see.
Riley.
Yeah.
Bias had 2 huge punt returns last week.
PC is in punt formation. Here's the long snap.
Oh,
to the
short
up back.
snap. They are.
And they're going to fake it, and they're going to get just across.
Just enough.
Did he drop it, the ball? Or did he just get thrown back?
After the
I
short,
think he picked it up.
Yeah.
runs to the right side.
So, 2 fake
Gets it up
punts
for a first down.
tonight, and both of them were
For
highly
Chieftains.
successful. Hey, it's like I said, it's the end of the season. What do you got to save anything for? Let it play. All right, Potosi Cassville will start all over again with a fresh set of downs, and they're going to pick up 25-yard line. Luther's got to dig in again, see if they can get a stop here. Out of the shotgun.
Number 1, Robbie
There's
Rowe
Groom.
here.
Give us to the. Oh,
No, couldn't even give.
kept it. Yeah.
Is that Proudfoot again?
Oh, Proudfoot got on him
Big handoff.
quickly.
Sack in the backfield.
That's a nice penetration
He's
by
been
Gavin
living in the
Proudfoot.
backfield
Cross
tonight.
on the play.
Yep, he's doing it. He's looking
Round
sharp.
4 brings up 2nd and 14.
Physical player, strong physical player, no doubt about it. That's
All
a
right.
good opening stop for the Knights.
And the last few weeks, the Knights' best offense was their defense, and that's what's going to have to happen here too. We need to make a play on defense, get that ball to stay in this game.
Looks like they're spreading it way out. Now there's the quarterback. He's going to throw it over the middle. There's the ball. Oh, right off the hands of Riley. It almost looked like the receiver stopped running. Rowe quit running. If he keeps running forward, I think he gets that ball no problem. He just kind of gave up on it. I don't know why. All right, it's 3rd and 14. We could put 10 people on number 1 right now, and the other one let's put on Spitzak. That's all we have to do. Well,
so
maybe
we need a push from
Proudfoot.
Proudfoot and Lersch.
Yep.
Give
get a
him some
little
push on the
penetration.
wide side.
Hands up here. See if we can deflect another ball.
It's like
Takes it out of center. There we go. There's the ball.
Oh.
And right off his hands.
Off his hands. Should have been caught. And
yeah.
almost at
And
the
almost
Bias's
interception
hands.
to Bias, too.
And he would be scoring right about now.
That was a good stop for the Knights, and that'll bring up 4th down and 14. I don't expect to see a fake punt now.
No.
No, 14, but you never know.
Brings up 4th and 14.
Looks like we went to a little too deep zone right there on that play. Coach Rosenbaum mixing up his coverages. And now let's see how their snap and their kickers are.
There's Bias, middle, around the 40, and Riley all the way back at the other 40.
Another short one.
Another short
Ball's
one.
in the air. We got to find the ball. Nope. We'll take over right there.
And Bolstead sticks along with Spitzak.
Ball's incomplete.
That is a risky one, and now the Knights will take over first and 10
turn it
at
over
about
on
the
downs,
20,
back to the
21-yard line, I'm thinking. Somewhere's in that ballpark. That's a lot of guts right there. Gotta like it. Gotta like it.
Just there, too, yep. Like you said, pulling out all the stops. They're going to.
21-yard line of the Chieftains. And the Luther Knights will have 1st and 10.
Okay, well, maybe the Knights can ride the momentum of
Well,
the
that's almost like
defensive
a
stop.
turnover that I was calling for.
Sure is. And now if we can penetrate all the way down, tighten this game up just a little bit. Give first back through, right up the middle. And I think that was Bass.
Bass or Bolstead?
Maybe
Bolstead on the carry.
Bolstead.
All right.
Maybe a gain of 1.
At least we're positive
Up
on
the
that
middle,
first
gain
play.
of
Yep.
1 on the play.
Yep.
Brings up second down and 9.
Looks like Michael Lenz, Logan Barr alternating plays at tight end. Let's see if we
Second down for the Knights, down 14-0 right now in the second quarter. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the half. We started at 6:10 tonight. Special start for us. Potosi Cassville up 14-0 on 2 touchdowns.
just a little slow developing.
Yep.
That's bias.
Too much opportunity for the
And off
defense
the
to
bias up the
penetrate right
middle.
off the bat. That's going to be maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. So it's going to be third and a
Gain of 1 on the
long
play.
8. Long 8 to
Bring up
go
third
here.
down and 8.
Couldn't tell if that was some type of a trap play where we're pulling the guard to the other side. Did he have to wait to get him behind
Right.
him, or if it was just a little slow getting
Yep,
off?
yep.
Not sure.
And Potosi Cassville is so good at attacking that they were across the line. Second that ball was snapped. Wonder if there's a screen play in our future.
And again, we have 2 down territory. I haven't seen a screen yet from us this year, but I agree that would be good against all this
Yeah,
pressure that they're coming
yep.
with.
Yep. So we're looking at third down and 8. Yang takes the snap, swings it out,
Uh-oh.
and barely, almost
Dylan Yang
intercepted
pass to the left
by
side.
Potosi
Blocked down by the
Cassville.
defense.
Brings
Ball's
up
incomplete.
4th down.
Brings 4th down and 8.
All right, little different personnel change. 2 guys in, 2 guys out. Bass and Logan Barr going in. Coach Comey
And I think
calling
that
the
was-
play.
I think that was
Logan gives a number to Dylan.
it could be
Yeah.
could be his
I
number.
don't know what Coach Comey said, but it's going to me.
4th down and 8 yards to go for the Knights. Motion by Bias. Yang drops back, looks for him, looks that way, gets it
There's
to
Bias.
him, turns it up.
And he's
to the
got
10,
it.
To the
He's
5,
in there.
and he's
Nice.
in the end zone.
Wow, Bias in motion from the other side.
Runs it
No
in for a
flags. No
touchdown.
flags.
Touchdown!
That's
Knights.
a 19-yard pass from Yang to Bias to go and hit the scoreboard.
Nicely thrown ball by Dylan. It's coming off his fingers very nice tonight.
And now the Knights are in to attempt the extra point. The PAT attempting to bring it to a 14-7 ball game.
We got our girl student managers doing push-ups on the sideline for scores. Impressive.
There's the snap. The kick is up, and
Josiah Larson?
it is good. Josiah Larson, PAT good.
Josiah Larson's extra point attempt is up, and it's good.
And it's
15 left
14-7.
to go in the second quarter.
We are looking at about 7
14
minutes to go in a
Brooklyn
half.
Knights, 7.
And he put it through the crooked field goal posts, the uprights on the other side. I thought you wanted me to replay the crooked field goal posts, the uprights that we
Or do you have
over
the
there.
touchdown play?
Here's the touchdown play from Yang to Bias. Watch
So
Bias
what did
come
they
in
do on the
motion,
coverage?
Came in motion, received it in the flats. 19 yards later, he's in pay dirt.
Our split outside probably ran to the goal post, took those guys away, and
Was
Linden
able to
got
turn it up.
outside.
And then Bias did the rest as he got square and he went hard. You have the new program in already? Oh, excellent job. Oh, okay. Well, new life on the Knight bench, new life on the Knight sidelines, and new life on the
Roll
defense
through.
looking to make another stop.
Back for the
Now
Looks
being
like-
able to
return.
find some confidence moving the ball forward, that's going to be big for the Knights.
Wow, Barr ready to kick off for the Knights.
All right, Brandon watching his brother.
It is 14-7. Here's the boot from Barr, I believe.
Almost got a spiral on that
short.
off the toe.
Received at the 30 to the 35.
Nice tackle.
And he's dropped just across the 35-yard
6-yard
line.
return is all.
And so the Knights are going to dig in on defense
Ball will be
one
placed
more
at the
time.
32-yard line of the Chieftains. where
Oh,
they
only
will
the
start
32.
first and
Thank
10.
you.
Tanner Bass on the tackle there again. That guy knows how to hit the ankles. Those hockey players take guys down.
All right. 40 of you are in watching. We welcome all of you aboard tonight. Tell your family, tell your friends. Watch this great game of high school football tonight where the kids get to play. The give to the running back, turns it up, and he's got a big one. He's all the way to midfield. I believe it's Spitzak on the carry. Boy, he is fast and he is strong.
Spitzak on the run out to
He
the right
is
side.
strong. That's a first down, and just like that, the field position flops
Steps
again.
out of bounds, but not after he picks up a first down.
Looks
Oh,
like
must
they're
have been
gonna-
out early.
Yeah, it looks like they're
Ball
going to
is
give him
placed
about the 42,
at the
43-yard line.
43-yard line.
Yeah, but it's still enough for a first down. So
Well,
with
Chieftains will have
7
first
minutes
and
to
10.
go in the half here, 7 minutes to go, Potosi with the ball and up 14-7.
Same play.
Give us to the running back.
Nope, first guy.
again. And he's met right there. Who's on the ground right there? Who's our linebacker right there? 56.
Room on the keeper up the
Cole
middle.
Christopherson,
Yeah,
maybe our
Cole,
middle
and
linebacker.
Cole.
Cole's our defensive
stop right
captain,
there.
taking the signals
Yep.
from Rosenbaum.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, 7 yards to go for the Chieftains as the clock continues to roll here in this first half. Groom takes a look at the defense. He's got another give, another run right up the middle, and
Good job by the D-line.
sent back by
And up the middle.
a lot of Knight defenders.
Little to no gain on
Looks
the
like the
play.
Knights were a little slow getting set, or maybe that's not everyone, but
Look.
their defensive alignment goes on the strength of the offense probably, and had a couple guys running around at the snap.
Looked like Christopherson was in the mix again right
Yep.
there. Good job from him. Brings up a 3rd down and 6. Key play here in the ball game. Potosi, Cassville still on their side of the field. There's the snap and another run. And
Good job
another
at turning
good
that
stick
in.
And another good hit.
Lyndon Bias
And
fights
that's
off the
Bias.
block and makes the
Down by
tackle.
Bias.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Boy, Mo, and I don't mean Mo
Gain of
Miller.
1.
Mo has come and sit over on the wrong, or
Fourth
on the
down
right
and a
side, on the
long
black bench
5.
side, right here.
And I would say they were just going to go for it here. They have no
Oh, yeah.
one guy coming, not even anyone coming in.
That
Yep.
is the most amount of runs that they have done in a row in this game right here. This is going to be a legit play. 4th and 5. I like their little clear out before, but they're going to run
Yep.
it.
String
There's
that out
this-
again. Did
push
Bias
him
get
out,
that?
push
Nope,
him-
turns the
oh,
corner.
Turned it up. And he's still on his feet.
That's just speed right
Will
there.
Pick up the
Picked out to
first
the right
down.
I
side.
thought we
Gets
had
that.
that strung out.
Gets around the corner.
Some good speed on the edge there.
About 15 yards on the play. Enough for a Chieftain. First down.
Into Knight territory now. And Potosi, Cassville's threatening from about the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock runs with 5 minutes to go in the opening half. The Knights are going to have to make a stop here. And Potosi, Cassville wants to punch one in before half. Again, another run up the middle, first back through. That'll be a strong gain of 6 or 7
Spitzak on the
yards.
Carry up the middle.
He is definitely their workhorse, isn't
And
he?
yeah, the Chieftains aren't going no huddle, but they are really trying to get some tempo going here. They're out of that huddle and up there. I love how that center just runs up to the ball. They definitely have us off balance here with those couple plays.
And when they snap it, they're moving forward. They're going downhill right here. It's crisp and it's moving forward. Not a lot of long counts
I think if
here.
they get this first down, maybe a timeout be in order.
There's the pitch. Going to cut it back up. Spitzak is. He's going to get to the line of
There
scrimmage.
we go.
and
Big play.
Maybe a
Out to the
gain
right
of
side
1
to
for
Spitzak.
him. 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Still a long 3 to go for Potosi,
Marked
Cassville.
again on the 30-yard
I know
line
I've
of the
said it
Knights.
a
Brings up
couple of
3rd
times. This is
and
7
3.
runs in a row. Don't go to sleep. Do not go to sleep back there. Rowe is licking his chops right now. Groom knows where he is. He's split out to the right. He's got single coverage. And he's going to give again to Spitzak through the middle, close to the first down, but maybe a little short. We'll get our cameras on it over there. Mr.
And up
James
the Spitzak to the
Biedenbender's all
left
over
side.
it over there. It's going to bring up. Oh, they're going to measure it. That's how close it is. James
All
James
right.
Biedenbender, are you there for us?
First down.
James.
And
Oh,
they are giving it to
they're
them.
not even going to
Yeah.
measure it. We're just going to give it
For
to
the
them.
Chieftains.
Call for a measurement. Coach,
James,
give us a little timeout.
Where were you on that one, James? We needed some help. Biedenbender, ultimate fail again. Another run, 9, 7, 8 in a row. I don't know, one of those numbers. We'll go with 8 in a row. And a flag comes out.
Kind of a late
flag.
flag.
Going on.
That's sometimes a face mask, possibly when it's that late.
And they're going to talk a little bit about it. We've got a personal foul and a face mask. That's Mark Lersch, ladies and gentlemen. He's on that all over the place. You could hardly guess that this is our first time calling today. Face mask right there by the Knights. That's going to hurt. That's 15 yards. That's going to take them all the way down to right around the 10-yard line, 11-yard line. Yikes. That'll be a tough one here.
They are just going on no nonsense right now. All the different running plays that they have, inside, outside, and hope they don't lull us to sleep, and then over the top they go.
That's what I'm worried about too.
I think we need a timeout right here.
Here goes Rowe to the right. He's the only one split, and then of course you got Spitzek in the back, who's got the ball again. He got
there's some penetration,
and a whole bunch of boys all on him. Yes. The clock runs with 3 minutes to go. Everyone still possesses their timeouts here in the first half. 14-7, Potosi Cassville on top as the second quarter and first half winds to a close here.
Down and 10.
Potosi trying to punch one in yet before the bell, and the Knights trying to make a stop. Second down and 10 yards to go. The ball's on the 12-yard line. Groom brings him up. He's got
There's the bootleg pass.
There it is, and he's all alone in the corner.
It's a nice play.
And there's the touchdown.
Groom's pass caught by Rowe.
Get up. Got a Knight down.
Runs in for a Chieftain touchdown. Timeout on the field.
They can't make a number out there.
Slow to
Injury
get up.
timeout.
Who do you got? Riley? Tristan Riley? Was that 19 yards?
I didn't see where they started at.
I think it was pretty close to that. Or no, 11, maybe 11 yards, because I think the penalty took him down to the 11-yard line.
Robbie Rowe has good hands as well. It's a good player there. Yep.
Sure, as long as we have a time here that we're checking it out.
So did Rowe start on this side? Was he split out?
Yes, he was on the side, split out. Rowe split here to the left, and Groom takes a look at it. Just a couple steps over here to the left, and there's Rowe all alone and being able to make the play. So Groom to Rowe for the second time this evening. They open it up the first one to begin the scoring. And the injured Knight player is Tristan Riley, who's making his way off, limping a little bit, but making his way off the field here. With 2.5 minutes to go in the opening half, the first half here, Potosi Cassville is up 20-7, and they're just getting ready to attempt the extra point here, and we'll see where that goes.
They've shown two different formations for their extra point so far. We'll see what they come up with this time. And they haven't actually punted or kicked yet tonight, except for the kickoff. Is there a block even out there?
Put a mask on. Put a mask on. Oh, wait a second. You got it on.
And they're going to go for two here. Groom brings him up, and he's going to roll right looking for
not
Rowe,
much there.
and nothing there. So that PAT will fail on the two-point attempt.
Gavin Proudfoot again on the quarterback.
2:38 left to go in the second quarter. Score of 20-7.
How many times in the game do you think they're going to let their left tackle hold their right tackle before they throw that flag? Every time they have the captain.
54. Okay. 54, Justin Miller. Yep. All right, there's our good sophomore player, Justin. As the Knights start a bunch of sophomores tonight. Justin gets lots of playing time. Luke Schmeling at linebacker gets a lot of time. Nathan Riley at defensive back and receiver.
few more sponsors I'd like to thank.
All right, 2.5 minutes left to go here in the opening half. 2.5 left to go, and the Knights will be ready to receive that kickoff. And one more possession, one more attempt here to try and put the 2-minute offense in place here, and we'll see how that rolls.
And getting some positive yardage here for a couple of first downs will give us a little, I'd say momentum, but confidence maybe going into halftime.
I think that's a fair statement, very fair statement.
Bias and Riley back to receive.
So again, the 3 kicks that we've all received have been low line drives. They've been to the 30. This is going to be the same kind of thing.
Offsides.
And we've got a flag. This will be our 3rd flag.
Yep.
And that's going to be offsides on the kicking team. I didn't know that you blow that dead, though, do you?
Offsides on the kicking team. Back them up 5 yards and re-kick.
I don't know why it would be
I don't know what the rule
dead.
is. Do you get a free play?
I don't know either. I would guess that would be, unless it was a false start, unless they jumped it before they went. But if it was just an offsides, then I think you let that go. But who am I? I don't know anything. I scored a C+ today on my test for basketball. That's 83 out of 100. It wasn't my fault, though. I want the record to show it's not my fault. My staff, it was mostly my staff. Jimmy Schwichtenberg, are you there? Jimmy, oh boy, not a good day for you, buddy. 9 wrong. And that ball's going over his head. Pick it up. Riley's going to pick it up, and he's on the 10-yard line. He's dancing there.
Can he bait them to go to overrun it? Nope.
And he's going to go back.
Oh, and the referee goes down.
And we are all the way back to the 10-yard line. 10-yard line is where this one's going to be.
Wow.
Got it over his head. Now this becomes a little more tricky, in the words of Greg Schibelhut. A little more tricky. More trickier-est. On the 10-yard line, the Knights will take over deep in their own territory.
It's even more important we get a first down here. Otherwise, the Chiefs can start to use some timeouts.
Yes. First down and 10 with exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 20-7. Potosi Cassville on top over Luther. Yang's got to the pistol, is going to take the snap, and he's going to run. He's coming to the right side here. He breaks the first tackle.
Oh,
he
good hard run.
Puts his head down. He gets across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be bring up second down and 5 on the play.
Brings up second down and 4 for your Knights.
That's a good opening run. Don't have to rush anything here. Let's do the right thing. Let's execute. Let's keep moving forward. I'm a little surprised that Potosi Cassville isn't using their timeouts, but I guess that's.
Maybe they will after this one if we don't get a first down.
2nd and 4. Yang drops back. He's going to throw the ball. He gets it out to Riley. Riley sidesteps one and goes right out of bounds. And now they don't have to use a timeout. And I believe that'll maybe get to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a yard. It's going to bring it up 3rd and a long 3. I'm going to call it 4. My buddy Tim Scriver's going to call it 3.
Yep, he's got to stay in bounds on that one.
Yep, got to stay in bounds. 150 here, 3rd down. You can definitely guarantee that if the Knights don't pick up the first, Cassville will be yelling for that timeout as soon as they possibly can. Clock management here.
Hunter Caston, Nathan Riley out this side. Logan Barr split wide on the left.
There's a snap. Yang's going to tuck it and run. Yep. He's going to get across. He's going to pick up a first down. He's going to keep going. He cuts it back. He's across the 40. He's into the 45. He's to midfield. He's trying to carry a run to the 45 to the 40. And he falls forward all the way to the 38-yard line of Potosi Cassville. We've got an injured Potosi Cassville player down, but what a huge run by Dylan Yang. And there is a player that's hurt on the ground.
There's a timeout. Injury timeout on the field.
And yes, excellent run by Yang. He showed his strength by getting through, but then he actually showed a little breakaway speed by getting out there a little bit. And that must have been Robbie Rowe maybe running him down. That's what it took Chieftains player to get him.
That was a very strong run. Very tough.
And we hope that's just a cramp by the Chieftain player.
Are you ready to go? If you take a peek at, we're going to show the replay of this Dylan Yang run. Take a peek at it right now as he's going to put his head down. Here's the snap, and he's going to cut across, and he doesn't let up. It's going in 3, 2, 1. There he goes, and he finds the center, and he goes up the middle, and then he cuts it back right here, and he's super strong as he gets all the way across midfield and down to the 38-yard line. Good. I just called it. The replay was verbal. Verbal replay. I can't believe they don't pay us for this. Can you? I can't believe it either. James, wake up. James Biedenbender. Doing a great job on the camera tonight, James. He's really not. Good work, James. All right, here are the Knights. 1st and 10 from about the 40-yard line.
Yang.
And we got, I believe that's Bolstead. Bolstead sneaking out.
Down.
And the back judge didn't notice that we ran a 12th guy off the huddle, but he's got to wait for the field to clear.
He's watching the injured player. Watch him pull his flag out now.
I don't think he saw it.
A lot of people will go crazy if they saw that. All right, here we go. Clock is going to
Bias
run
in the
here.
slot over here. Like a good
Really
out pass
spread it.
coming to Bias.
Really,
Uh-oh,
my.
there it is.
That's a good catch by Bias. And I think
Yang
did he get out of bounds or no?
headed for
I don't think he got out either.
Is complete.
Did he get a couple yards on the play? Yep, a couple yards there. Bias to
Gain
the
of
right,
2 on the play.
to the left.
Second
We
down.
got Riley over here to the right. In the slot is Bias to the left. Oh, it's a good ball. Good ball.
James pass.
Can't quite hang on
Intended
to
for
it.
Riley. Falls into
Well, we've run that out to Bias a few times. If we can get Dylan a little bit more time, maybe in the roll, see if we can turn that into an out and up and try to spring Linden behind a Chieftain player.
So a minute 5 to go. 3rd and 9. Okay, offensive coordinator here. We get half of it, and then we go for the other half on 4th, or do we pin them?
No, I think we're going to go for it here.
All right. Here's Yang dropping back. He's going to throw it out here.
Bolstead on the catch.
Bolstead on the catch.
Stayed in
He's gonna
bounds.
Scoot up to about the 30, almost to the 35, but we're still going to be
4th and
6
5.
yards short of a first down. So the clock runs at 49, and there's Cassville, Potosi.
Oh, Luther
Luther's
taking a
gonna take
timeout.
that. Luther's going
about
to take
3
that
on
one.
the
Okay.
play.
So 4th and 6 with 49 seconds to go.
Luther Knights call a timeout with 49 seconds left to go here in the first half.
We want to get set to make sure we run the right play here, but of course, we don't want to give the ball back to them either.
Correct.
But I'm thinking this is Logan Barr situation again here.
See what we design here, what we draw up, what pack we're going to bring in.
And we might as well pass because even a running play, if we don't get it, it'll still stop the clock on turnover on downs.
49 seconds left in the opening half here tonight. And we started at 6:10 today. Give a little help to our friends from Potosi, Cassville, so they could get back on the road at a decent hour and hopefully get home before midnight or 1 o'clock tonight. Here's a big play in the game, 49 seconds. 4th down for the Knights. Yang's going to go out of the pistol, and now we've got a flag. And what
That
are we
can't be
going
a
to
delay
have? No,
after
we're going to
timeout?
have. We're going to have.
Defense line up
That would be
offsides.
nice if that happened. It's going to be on the
us. We lined up offsides.
well, that's going to change our minds a little bit, I'm guessing.
If it's a receiver, usually you can like kind of slide back.
Lined up in the neutral zone on the Knights.
We're still going to run it. We're still going to
Brings
go.
up 4th and 11.
I
Yep.
would kick this one.
Oh, he just yelled the number out. I don't know if they changed the play on this or not.
All right.
I think
4th
this would be
down,
a good time to
49
kick now,
seconds. Yep. Thrown over the middle. He's got his receiver,
Yang
and that's
pass is
Bias.
complete
I think
to
he's gonna
Bias.
have
Yang
it.
to
Yeah.
Bias. Did he get enough? That's the question. Did he
I
get
think
enough?
so.
And they're moving the chains. No flags. That away. That's good
Ball is
confidence in Yang. That's good confidence in Bias.
27-yard
Yeah,
line.
definitely.
And that's enough for
43
another Luther
seconds.
Knight. First down.
Now you got time. I believe the Knights have 1 or 2 timeouts left. I know they've used 1. Did they use a second one on this end? Plenty of time. Plenty of time from the 27-yard line to strike here. 1st and 10. There's a snap to Yang. Spins it out. He's got his receiver.
Nathan
That's
Riley.
Nathan Riley. And he catches it right at the 20-yard line, right on the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Be about a 2nd and 3. The clock stops as he goes out of bounds. It's 39 seconds left in the half here. Doing a great job using the sideline here. That's smart play.
2nd down and 2.
Under calmness here brings the Knights. You've got Logan Barr to the left. You got Bias to the right. One back.
Hunter casting out wide left.
Yang looks twice, doesn't like what he has. He throws it, and that's it. It's not bad. No one's going to catch that one except our receiver. 2nd down and 2 with 33 seconds to go.
33 seconds left to go in the first half.
Let's pick up the 1st down and stop the clock again.
3rd down and 2.
And do we know how many timeouts we have left?
It's either 1 or 2.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it was 2, if we used that second one on this end or not. I think we have 2. We'll find out soon.
Would we kick a field goal here if we don't get it? It would be a 37-yarder. I'm not really liking the wind situation. Might be a little far for Josiah Larson with his knee problems.
Yeah, I think we work on getting that 1st down right here. If he can get past that drive,
that's gonna.
I don't think he's.
I think
got
he's short.
That. Oh, they're stopping the clock.
Up the middle.
So that is, well, the near side one stopped it.
Gain of 1.
Yeah, they're going to move it or are they going to measure?
Not a favorable spot.
Knights call a timeout where they will have 4th and 1.
Let's measure it. Yeah, it must be pretty short. If the looking across the field, if the ball marker is even.
And it didn't look like a 2-yard type of gain to me.
It didn't look like they put it where his knee fell. They didn't put it where he leaned forward to. All right, so with 28 seconds left here in the first half, it became very, very interesting. And I don't think that was a timeout. I think that was more of a
now we're going to take one.
Yeah, now we're going to take one. Yeah, that was more of a check to see where that ball was. Yeah, now they're rolling out the water. Here we go.
And I don't think we attempt the field goal here.
I don't think so either.
Being down 20-7 already.
4th and 1.
Plus, it's not short field goal for high school means.
I think here you get that 1st down is optimum. You have to have it because you're going to stop the clock and we get the 1st down, and then we roll from there.
So now there's a timeout on the field.
I think Ying has to keep the ball here again. I think twins each side, just spread them out a little bit, take one of their linebackers out in coverage and see if he can get through there.
So the Knights are going to have a 4th down and 1 yard to go here as they're trying to build some momentum and push one across yet before the half.
4th and 1 for the Knights.
Big play here again. The final seconds of the first half. Stick around for halftime. The Mission Advancement Director of Luther High School will be on today. We're going to have him up for a little interview. He's going to tell us about some of the things that are happening at Luther High School, your Luther High School, that you can participate in.
Oh, we got him.
He drew him offside, and that's going to give the Knights a 1st down without even running a play. That'll put the ball somewhere around, I don't know, probably around the, are we almost to the 10? 11-yard line, 12-yard line? Right in that ballpark.
And the Knights showed some good discipline there.
Penalty. There you go. We're all good. So it's 20-7, 1st and 10. We can still pick up a 1st down inside the without getting a touchdown.
1st and 10.
So the bigger receivers now, Bar Bias, I think we're looking at.
Yang drops back. We got one flag up. And there's a pass.
Motion.
And a touchdown to Bias.
I think we got some
we've
motion.
Got a flag. And Proudfoot is talking about it right there. Yep.
He's telling them, pick up the flag.
Not it.
Gavin, go pick up that flag.
Don't touch that.
Yeah.
Don't touch that flag.
Oh, procedure.
On the Knights.
And that's going to erase a touchdown, a big touchdown. That's going to back them up. Another 10-yard line.
Guessing someone wasn't set.
Yeah, I'm guessing we had 2 people moving at the same time. We had motion on that play. If you want to look back at that one, I think we had Bias in motion. And again, let's note, though, that that's 2 scores out of motion from Bias from left to right, where they've had trouble picking him up or transferring him from left to right. All right, well, still in good shape here. Still only around, the 11?
Okay, it's twins each side, but 18 seconds left. Ball on the 18. Coach Siebel still getting the word from the ref of what was wrong.
And now you're looking at 1st and 15 to go. Do we have this set up right? I don't know if the ball's set up right on the 11. I don't know if it should be the 11. But I guess we're going to go for it, and we're going to go with it right there. I'm not sure why it's on the 11.
Did they move the ball back?
I don't think they did. They have not moved the ball. This is not right.
The indication of a penalty on his knife.
We got all kinds of issues and problems here, ladies and gentlemen. But what we do know is it is 18 seconds to the half. We do know that James Biedenbender not so good at the clock and the camera. We know that. There we go. Now they finally move the ball back, and there's where it needs to be, the 18-yard line. Okay, now we're all set. And with 18 seconds left, here comes
nice little swing pass.
Swings it out.
Tanner Bass
makes a move.
Little
Makes two
quick
people
feet.
moves. Oh, we've got flags
is that a hold
everywhere.
out
We got
there?
flags everywhere, and he goes in again.
Push in the back.
Oh, boy, the Knights are going to have two of them.
Great cut
Two
by Bass.
scores erased.
Oh. Into the end zone.
Oh, boy.
All kinds of long
Yeah.
field.
Well, we did it. We said
On the night.
we said it was a clean first half, and now, now it's a yellow rain from the spot of the foul. Yeah,
That's one of those tough ones that defensive back was chasing
Turning,
our guy
yeah.
wide, and then Bass cuts back, and he ends up just being right there where his back is.
The 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it'll be first down, about 18.
which one is that, Mr.
9 seconds
Producer?
left
Is
to
this
go here in the first half.
the touchdown that was called back? Oh. So when the Knights were facing 4th down a couple of times, or long yardage a couple of times, 2 plays that went through, 2 receivers for the Knights, Lyndon Bias and Tristan Riley. We got a couple replays here that Chibs is going to show us. Nate Riley, what did I say? Did I say Tristan? Here's the first one to Bias. There's Yang backing off, finding Bias, getting a sizable gain and keeping that going on 4th and 11. And here is the Nate Riley catch on the sideline as well on a 2nd down and 10-2 coming up right here. If Shibs does this to me all of the time. Appreciate that. And as he's playing with that, we're going to go 1st and 18 here into live. That's okay. We're live again. Here's Yang looking things over. I don't know what yard line we're on now, the 50, something like that. I don't know. Here's Yang. He's going deep. He's got just a little bit led Barr, just a little bit. But Barr had a step on him, eh? Barr did have a step on him. It's 2nd down now and 7 miles to go. And from about the 20-yard line.
And now I wonder if the coaches were talking about field goal. It doesn't look that way. Again, it's pretty deep.
Again, look at that wind, too. Look at that flag across the way, Mr.
Yep,
Larishe.
yep.
That's a tough
37-yarder
right
becomes over 40, and Shai doesn't have a good knee right now. So one more chance to the end zone here.
And, scoring 2 touchdowns right there with some really
we looked
good
a little
plays.
early on that. No call.
There's a throw out. We got another catch.
Oh, and the
to
time
about
ran
3.
out.
Oh.
Pushed out of bounds.
And that'll be the final play of the first half.
Couldn't quite turn it
play.
over. Yep.
Nice play. Oh, my.
Nice pitch and
That's
catch
going to
again.
bring the first half to quite an interesting end. That's an amazing end right there. 2 would-be touchdowns from Luther were erased off the board. At the conclusion of the first half here at Luther High School, the score is 20 for Potosi Cassville, and it's going to be 7 for the Luther High School Knights. We're going to do a quick little recap of the scoring here to let you know how that all took place today, and then we got another event coming up here at halftime too. The game began tonight at 6:10. It was scheduled for a 6 o'clock kickoff. We started off at 6:10 tonight. Potosi Cassville, just a little bit of trouble getting here tonight with some detours and so forth, but they made it on time, and we eventually got Parents' Night going. And Potosi Cassville got it going too. In the first half, the first quarter, the first possession, Levi Groom, the quarterback for Potosi Cassville, hit their all-world receiver, and that's Robbie Rowe, for a quick strike after a huge 40-yard play, putting them up 6-0. They ran a 2-point conversion, kind of a fake extra point for the PAT, and they got both points. That was a Groom to their running back, help me out, Spitzek, for 2 points. That's 8-0. 8-0, the end of the for the first drive. After a night interception by Potosi Cassville, Spitzek took the ball 4 yards and made the score 14-0. The PAT after failed. First quarter ended with 14-0 for Potosi Cassville, and we thought we were in for a lot of trouble. Then the second quarter, the Knights got the offense going as Brandon Yang hit Lyndon Bias on a 19-yard scamper, and Josiah Larson added the point after, making it 14-7. After both teams had opportunity to score again, it was Potosi Cassville one more time with Groom and Rowe, this time from about 11 yards out to put them up 20-7. The PAT failed for that one. The end of the first half then, the Knights had 2 opportunities, but unfortunately none of the scores that they put in gave them were counted, and the first half ends at 20 for Potosi Cassville and 7 for Luther High School. Well, what a pleasure that we have the athletic director, Joel Babnick, joining us this evening, and we're going to spend just a couple of minutes with Joel tonight, and we're going to have him grab the hot seat right here if you wouldn't mind him do that, or do you have a mic headset for him right there, Mr. Shiblett? And what a great opportunity that great chance to talk to Mr. Babnick, as he's going to sit 6 feet away from me and keep his mask on. 6 feet away from me, keep your mask on. Don't spit into the microphone. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by the athletic director of Luther High School, Mr. Joel Babnick, who has been doing yeoman's work here. Boy, I tell you what, they're talking about all of the people who are working during this pandemic, and his life changes every day. Mr. Babnick, first of all, thank you for all of your hard work and making these events happen for our kids tonight, and we certainly appreciate all that you do.
Well, thank you, Mr. Shopper. I appreciate that.
Would you talk a little bit about game management on a game like tonight? You've been working with everything from the conferences to the region to the WIA. Give us a little background about meetings that you go to and how you pull off an event like this tonight safely.
Well, tonight's event and what happens tonight, really, the planning for all of this really took place way back in late July, early August, when we got together with 2 different conferences that are a part of this, the Ridge and Valley and the Six Rivers Conference, to really put together this 10-team group. And at that time, then, it was really those 10 athletic directors or schools working together to make some decisions as far as what was going to be allowed, how were you going to do spectators, things like that. So it's really not any effort on one person's part, but really we'll say a community effort.
Well, your humility is only outweighed by the number of hairs on your head, so thank you for how humble you are.
I do appreciate that.
Mr. Babnick, a lot of things have been happening. It's been great. The kids have been able to play ball, and now the seasons are kind of coming to an end here. Can you tell us what's next? What's going on? What's going on in the WIA? What's going on across the state for playoffs for football? How's that working out?
Well, we did receive some news. I think it was this morning in an email that did talk about the playoff. So normally here state of Wisconsin would have 224 teams that would be identified after tonight's games. That would be the playoff field, and then they're broken down into 7 different divisions and then seeded. And this year was going to be the first year of a computer-seeded model, which they're going to use in football, and they will use in football yet this year. And then I think you're going to see that in other sports as well. What we learned today was that because I think the number is approximately 30% of the schools have opted to play in the alternate fall season, which will be in March and April. And then we have a number of schools that have opted to not even participate in the tournament experience that the WA is going to offer. So out of that 224 team field, there are only 209 teams that will be playing. So I can tell you this, that Luther will be playing next week Friday, or at least that's what I'm fully anticipating, and we'll find out tomorrow whom and where.
So the playoff structure as it now stands, and again, I'm not even going to ask you the question of what's the hardest thing, because I'm guessing it's because things change every single day and probably hourly for you. But do you have any idea what that playoff structure is going to look like? Is there going to be, way back when there was talk of, well, there might be one playoff game and it might be regional and then that'll be it. But is there going to still be an advancement that you're aware of in playoffs?
Yep. This year there will be 2 levels of playoffs, and that's it. So there will be no state champion crowned in football for 2020. We do know that there will be 2 levels. So what they're doing now is they're going to take, and I'm not sure how they're going to do 209 teams. That'll be interesting to see. But they're going to take them and group them into, at least from my understanding, they're going to group them into pods of 8 or groupings of 8, likely regionally, I would assume. And then 1 would play 4, 2 would play 3, 5 would play 8, 6 would play 7 in week 1 of the playoffs. And then in week 2, which would be November 20th, then the 2 winning teams would play, and the 2 losing teams may play if they wish to do so. So right now what I'm fully anticipating is that, again, we'll be playing somewhere next Friday, and should we win that game, then we would be moving on to a second level of playoffs against some opponent, whoever that might be.
You got to feel.
If we lose that game, then we will be done. We will not play the second game.
You got to feel pretty good. We're counting numbers of games here, and tonight is Luther's 5th game, and I believe it's Potosi Cassville's 6th game. When I say we, I refer to Luther High School. We opted to play in the fall, and now it appears that we will get for sure 6 ball games. That's got to feel pretty good from your end as you weighed. Do we stay in the fall? Do we go into the spring kind of idea? Or, if the worst thing happens, if all of a sudden we lose time at school and kids aren't able to play, you got to feel pretty good in the fact that we have a potential of getting 6 games in.
Certainly. When we went through and looked at the fall or the alternate fall option that was available and started to look at all the pros and cons of that, we figured because of its falling through Easter time, because of starting in the first week of March, and we all know what March weather is like around here, and then a 3-week overlap of track, a 2-week overlap of baseball, we just didn't feel that was going to be something that would suit our student athletes well. We were not going to play over Easter break. We would not have played the full schedule that they would have allowed. So had we gone to an alternate thing, we were looking at maybe a 4-game schedule, and then 4, depending on what your weather was going to be like. So we looked at fall and said, if we get 4 games in the fall, we would consider that successful. And here we are at 5 games, and like you said, we're gonna be looking at game number 6 next week.
And the greatest thing about that are the kids and the opportunity that they have to play. And it would have been tough to run it in the spring and so forth. We probably would have made it work somehow, some way, but those games were not guaranteed either. And for those seniors especially, but all our kids to be able to have 6 games, that's a really, really neat thing. So
are you cold?
I'm getting there.
Here it is, November 6th, and it's like 70 degrees out. I'm here without a jacket on, basically.
I have my flip-flops on.
It is beautiful out here. Would never have guessed this for November 6th weather.
We couldn't have been more fortunate here to have this weather in November. And you could argue that this is the best possible weather in the world to play football in tonight. So what a great deal for
and
this.
You know another fun fact about tonight?
What's another fun fact?
I think this was Luther's first sellout for football.
We had a sellout.
We had a sellout.
Everybody on both ends? All the tickets were taken on both ends?
We had a sellout
so
on the Luther end.
On the Luther, okay.
All right.
That's good.
Work with me on this one.
All
We
right,
got to sell out.
we
got
gotta
people
sell
out.
it, sell
Hey, we
it.
got.
Well,
Did you see that down in the south end of the end zone here? We got people outside the fence.
That's the other team,
Just-
Coach Babnick. That's the other team. That's the team we're playing.
No.
we got some on the
Outside the
street?
fence
That's the
on
football
Wilson
team.
Street.
We're playing that
No.
team.
Outside the
Did
fence
you-
on Wilson Street.
you
Take a look
charged
at
them
that.
to come
You
in?
see that? Look at that. We got fans. We got fans lining the fence tonight to see the Luther Knights. How awesome is that?
That's beautiful. Now, I don't know if you had heard, I put out a challenge. Last week we had 70 viewers on the live stream. I was one of them.
We probably lost some once I came on.
We had, where were we, Shibs, at 40? Were we at 40 prior to this? And then you came on.
What are we down to, 20, 24 now?
It's like
23?
4, and Chris Babnick's one of them. That's where we're at. But
People are on snack break right now at halftime.
we certainly appreciate you taking a few moments to talk to us about football, and for our friends in Potosi, Cassville that are watching too. Do you know anything about them or what they're doing for playoffs or anything like that? Have you heard anything?
I did speak with their coach, athletic director beforehand, and my understanding is that they are in the field, or that they are opting in for the tournament play.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, that's good. And with their record at 3-2, I'm guessing that they'll probably be there too. Send your questions in. Coach Shibblehut is looking for a question for Mr. Babnick. So if you're someone who has a question for him, we'll do our very best that we can answer. Mr. Lersch has a question for you, Mr. Babnick. Go ahead.
Yes, Joel. So help me with the math. 224 teams usually, but you said there's 209 that might be in the playoffs. It seems like there are a whole lot more that didn't even play football in the fall, that there'd still be 209 left. Is that?
You think that number? You think 209 is high?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
I was thinking 109 maybe.
Yeah. No, that's a number that came across today. I suppose we've got the technology here. We can double check that, but 209 was the number that I saw.
Okay.
Are those questions?
And then still 7 divisions, Mr. Babnick?
7 divisions is still what they are planning for, yes.
And I could see Potosi Cassville doing some damage in Division 7.
Yeah, they look like a very solid team here.
Especially Bangor is usually a Division 7 powerhouse, and they're playing in the spring.
Well, while Mr. Babnick's looking that up, we've got another great viewer, Carl Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. Carl, I am glad that you're on board. You have a question for Mr. Babnick also? I'm getting that phone call now. Carl, we missed you today. Keep coming to see me. I want to see you. But his question for you, Mr. Babnick, is what was that again? It broke up. I'm sorry. I don't have Carl's question any longer. Do you have that information?
I do have this information,
right,
and it does say to this point we have 209 11-player football schools.
Wow.
And 15 at 8-player.
Okay.
Still marked as participating in the WI football tournament. So 209 is the correct number.
Well, Mr. Babnick, thank you very much for showing up and for taking a few moments out of your busy evening. We know that there's a lot of things that you have to be doing and running this event. And from the kids, on behalf of the kids, thanks for what you do to try and help them to play tonight. And they're going to remember this not only for this tonight and now, they're going to remember this for the rest of their lives. And you've played a great big part in giving them a history that they can have now and forever. So thanks for what you do at Luther High School, and hope you have a great rest of the school year.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was Joel Babnick, Athletic Director at Luther High School, taking a few moments to talk to us about football and playoffs this year. What an amazing job he does each and every single day here at Luther, trying to get our athletes the opportunity, give our athletes the opportunity to participate. We've got just a few minutes left here in our warm-ups before the second half starts. It's 20-7, Potosi Cassville on top today, powered by their amazing junior quarterback, an amazing junior receiver, and their amazing junior running back, all 3 of them that we've noted on the pregame. But boy, oh boy, they're not one-dimensional. They can put it in the zone from any place on the field, scoring 3 first-half touchdowns. Luther has been all up to it, though. They've been working hard, and it wouldn't have been for a couple penalties, we'd be right in the middle of a nail-biter right now. But we're going to see what happens here as we open up in the second half again and have opportunity for Luther to take the ball and see if they can find the end zone, get things going. couple of exciting things.
This is the Terry Bradshaw halftime show, Shibs.
Pretty exciting thing that we saw in the first half was a fake punt, and our producer, Mr. Greg Shiblot, is queuing it up right now. Watch two things. It's two handoffs, one or two movements. There's a direct snap to Bias, who gives the inside handoff to Lenz, and then Lenz scoots it all the way up. That was a key play, that fake fake punt in the fourth down. And the second one, we have a nice play by the freshman here. Yang's going to roll out, look to his left. He's going to find the soft hands of Logan Barr, who's going to create a first down. Those are two good highlights right there. If you have either of those two on your fantasy football team, you've probably scored some good points. And finally, let's roll one more play again. This is how Luther got on the board. We find Bias in the flats to the right. He turns it up, squares his shoulders, and gets to the corner of the end zone. And there's 6 points for the Luther High School Knights right there on a Yang touchdown score from 19 yards. Mr. Lersch, we talked a little bit about ball possession, and we've turned it over a number of times. We talked about sustaining drives, and we've been killing drives on some penalties, unfortunately. And we talked about big plays, and we've given up maybe 2 big plays as we looked at them. But we certainly have seen Spitzak on a long run that if you're watching right now, you're going to see him get the ball and off he goes. He's not only strong and powerful, but he is fast as he gets to the second level against the Knights, as this picture shows it. Watch him burst up the sidelines, and if he wouldn't have stepped out of bounds, it would have been even bigger than that. But Mr. Lersch, we kind of hit the nail on the head. What do you look for in the second half here?
Well, I would say the Knights really surprised me so far with their ability to pass. And this is the best their offense has probably played all year since the first game at Boscobel. And I would say they're going to look to do more of that and hopefully get some more on the ground as well. I think Potosi Cassville, I think they wish they'd be up by a few more. I think they're going to come out and try to put some in the end zone right away.
There was a point there that I'm sure the listeners were getting sick of me telling them how many runs in a row it was for Potosi Cassville. I don't see that happening. I see them coming out now. I think they've brought the Knight defenders up tight now, and the linebackers tight, and I'm going to watch to see Groom go over the top now. We're going to have to be ready to go for that in this half.
We were within 1 yard there, being 20-14.
Yeah. And count both touchdowns. We got the lead.
And that first half, we were wondering if we're going to get out of the hole there when we took over on the 5 yard line and all the way down.
As stated, Luther High School will open with the ball here in the second half to begin the third quarter. You've got our same guys back. Look at Riley stepping back a little bit to the 15 now. Remember, the ball went over his head last time. And you've got Bias, and we don't have a clock ready yet. So hang on, guys. Boy, I'll tell you what. I bet you. I would love to see Potosi Cassville practice. I bet they practice with pace all of the time. That's my kind of team. They don't play around. They run the plays. They run. Their line snaps to attention. I like that. I like that a lot. I bet they practice this all the time. So there we go. There's a kick again. It goes to Riley. Riley's going to pick it up after he drops it, and he's crossed the 20-yard line.
Reverse. He's trying for reverse.
Dropped the ball, and then it went back even more. All the way down to the 15-yard line. Looked like we were going to try and pull a little bit of a reverse there. It's a tough ball, especially after you drop it a couple times. The timing just goes out the window, and you can't run it then.
Oh, thankful we still have that one.
Yeah.
15-yard line of the Knights.
All right, so the Knights are going to take over, unfortunately, deep in their own territory again at the 15-yard line. Riley was banged up again a little bit on that play.
Did he stay in, though?
And no, he came on out, and we got Bias way out here to the left with Hunter Caston, I believe. Twins both ways.
It's a design run.
Yang. Yep. Yang cuts it up the field. He leaps and jumps, and he gets almost all the way up to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down, I believe, as we're going to move the chains.
On the play.
That's a 13-yard gain for Yang, who now seems to be running with purpose. I like the way he's looking for those lanes. And let's set it up again. Caston and Bias come this way again. And you got two backs in the backfield.
Bass and Bolstead.
Yang drops the ball, picks it back up, and tries to scoot forward, but by then it was too late.
Well, Dylan just dropped that one. That snap seemed like it was right there.
Yep. Bringing up second down and about 11 now. Barr brings the play in, relays it over to Yang.
A little bit of a south wind now, a pretty good south wind. This is the time to put the ball in the air.
Picking up a little bit. It's all the way down to 72 degrees this evening now.
Bias out to the short side here.
Out of the pistol, Yang goes. And again, balls, it's not a bad snap.
Uh-oh,
It's just,
uh-oh.
oh my. Yang trying to make
Reverse.
something extra happen. Off he goes. Still on his feet, and he turns a
That is a
monumental
great
loss
call. Great coach,
into-
Cole Mahan.
into about a 5-yard gain.
We'll run the option fumble reverse field play.
Dylan's taking his eyes off the snap a little bit right here. He's got to keep watching that and seeing what's going on
Third
here.
down and 5.
And we haven't tried to run many designed options yet tonight. That was maybe one of the first ones that he was looking to pitch that.
We're like one step ahead of ourselves right now. We got to keep staying with the ball here, looking where we're at. It's 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 from about the 35. There's a snap and a give. And I think that's Bullstead. Oh, yeah, one
Nice tackle.
One player to get through, and he could have gotten to the open there.
Bolstead on the ball
That's
carry.
going to bring up a 4th and 5 again.
Well, usually it would be a punting situation, Coach, but not the way this game has been going.
And remember, Tristan Riley got hurt earlier,
Brings
so
up 4th down.
do we have another punter?
Looks
Well,
like-
I know we do, but I mean, who's
Looks
gonna
like
do it?
our original punter at the beginning of the year, Josiah Larson, goes into punt.
Okay. And he's got the win, so if he can just kind of get into one.
And he could definitely take this guy over his head, as Josiah hasn't
Oh,
punted in a
boy.
while.
Yeah, we got some issues here. This is not sharp. Not sharp. There's the snap.
Good snap.
He's going to
Sailed a
set
little bit.
himself and boot it.
Nope.
Oh,
Got it
not
off
a
his
good
ankle.
kick.
Yep.
Not a good kick at all.
Uh-oh, and he's limping now, too.
You're looking at
Yep.
a kick that barely went 20 yards, 19 yards.
And he's limping. I think his kicking's going to be done for the night.
Oh, boy.
8
Yep.
yard line of the Knights. Where the Chieftains will take over
Well,
first.
Okay.
for the Potosi Cassville Chieftains will take over for the first time at midfield here this half. Actually, just a couple steps inside of Luther territory, the 48. And, of course, they've got their all-world receiver down here to the right, but the give is to their all-world running back. And there goes Spitzek. He gets through the first level to the second level. He's going to pick up 5, give him 5 yards for sure on that carry. And that'll take him down inside the 45-yard line to the 44,
Gain of 5
almost
on
the
the play.
43. 2nd and 5 for the
Second and
Chieftains
5 for the Chieftains.
with 8:49 running tonight. Groom gets to play from the bench. Relays it to his team. They break the huddle. Roll comes over here right next to Coach Lersch.
Okay, Coach Rosenbaum, it's time to send someone on the blitz.
And there's going to be a give again to the first back through. And he's across the 40 through the 35 and a first down.
Good hit
for
there,
Potosi
Josh Steves.
Cassville.
And up the
Sticking a
middle.
shoulder pad in there.
Nice gain.
That's going to be 1st and 10 for Potosi Cassville, and they're on the march.
Ball placed
And
at
again,
the
they're inside the
34-yard line
35,
of
make
Knights.
it the 34 of
First and 10 for the
Luther,
Chieftains.
and looking to pop in a couple of more.
Looks like we got Ethan Prowley in there at the nose. He probably replaced Tristan Riley. See if we can get Prowley Proudfoot some push.
Another give.
There we go. We got
There
some
it
push
is, and
there.
There's a hit from behind. Nobody gave up on the play, and that was good to see.
Finish him off there, Justin Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great
Justin
push
Miller,
by our D-line.
Big motor by Justin Miller. Love the way that guy plays hard every time. This brings up a 2nd down and about 12 yards to go as they pushed him back.
Brings up a 2nd down and 12.
All right, our DB's got to be playing the pass here. Don't be biting on any play action.
Everybody's got to be reminding we got to get an initial push. And you know what, Coach? Quarterback has thrown 7 interceptions this year. We got to try and force him a little bit. There
There's
he is.
Proudfoot.
Proudfoot gets across, and he wraps up Groom and throws him for another loss all the way back to the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 7 miles to go here. 3rd down.
Brings it back to the 40-yard line.
Ben Hansen, welcome to the show, Ben. Good to hear from you. Hope things are going well for you. Third down, 16 yards to go.
That looked like a Ben Hansen shoot the gap for a tackle play right there
Yeah,
by
it
Gavin
did.
Proudfoot.
And here is the pivotal third down.
Little misdirection, breaking the play. All right, now we'll see if they punt.
All right.
Pass falls incomplete.
Do they have a
We've-
punt in their playbook?
We've got complaints by Jerry Schwartz.
Brings up fourth down.
He wants to
16
comment on the
for the
YouTube
Chiefs.
website, but they won't let him change the Potosi spelling. I'm not sure where he's going with that, but who knows what Jerry Schwartz is doing. I have a good hand idea, but Jerry, we thank you for joining the show, and of course you can always send in your comments and your suggestions, and we'll take them.
They're
like we
lining up to
normally
punt.
do. Here is fourth down. It does go back to the punter, and he does kick it for the first time. Look at the
Good
spiral
punt.
he threw on there.
And he just put it
and
out at
he
the
put
5-yard
it
line.
on the coffin
2-yard
corner,
line.
and they are marking
Wow.
it at the
Pumped it
2,
away.
maybe the 1-yard line. What a spiral that he threw down there. Oh, my.
And the angle.
Off in the corner.
This is a very impressive
52
team.
yards
Very
on the
impressive team. They've got a lot of good ball
They
players.
will start
No
first
doubt
and
about it.
10.
Good group of kids. Well, the Knights are backed up. They barely even fit in the end zone. And it's hard to call the huddle on the line right there. So here
Okay,
they
this
come.
has got to be Dylan Yang going straight
From the
ahead.
2. We need a big push from our line. We got to get out of the
Yep.
cruddy goalposts.
Uh-oh. Hope his knee didn't get down.
Hopefully he rolled out of there. Is that Tanner Bass? Yeah.
I know if Greg Schibble was calling the play right now, it would be hook and ladder.
According to
That would surprise them all.
Slipped down just outside the goal line. Loss on the play. Second down.
According to many people, our uprights, our goalposts are fine. They're not crooked or bent in any way. If you don't believe that, send a check in. We'll see if we can fix those. It's second down, 11 yards to go. I don't know how we lost a yard, but we did lose a yard. And there's Yang going right up the middle, and he is going to get us some breathing room where he's going to get almost to the 5-yard line.
Dylan Yang on the keeper
I liked
up
how
the middle.
strong he was as he brought that one across. Good work. That's third down and a long
Give
way
us
to go.
a little room to punt now if we have to, and I think we got to go up top here.
Gain of 4 on the play. Ball is at the 5-yard line.
Jerry Schwartz. Jerry Schwartz.
Good. People-
Jerry Schwartz. Jerry Schwartz. Jerry Schwartz.
People are texting the show.
Yes, they are. Yes, that's his only problem. Jerry. Here we go. Third down and 7. And again, Yang turns it up the field.
Need
He
a
gets
cut.
across the
He's
10.
gonna get that
He's
first
got
down.
the first down. He's still on his feet, and he's ridden out of
Dylan
bounds.
Yang on
That
the
was
ball
some
carry.
serious individual effort right there by Dylan Yang. That's good work out of that quarterback, and he picks up the
All the way out
first
to the
down
24
by the
yard line.
Knights.
That's
It's
That's enough for another Lutheran
our
First
our
down.
program producer Greg Schibble would like to announce that he has edited all of the YouTube versions and websites and changed all spellings that were offensive to our guests. They're all taken care of, including Jerry Schwartz. It is now first and 10 for the Knights on the 23 as they're on the march with just over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Yang drops back out of the pistol. He looks down. He's going to throw that ball up. He's got a receiver behind him. That was a pretty ball. The intended receiver, I think, is by
Nathan Riley.
Nathan Riley, yep. But I'll tell you what, that was another pretty
Ball's
ball by
incomplete.
Yang. He's throwing a really nice one tonight. Looks like the Vikings are having some COVID issues. Oh, boy. Well, we'll see. See what happens with the Vikings. Did the Vikings beat the Packers? Am I allowed to say that on the
Brings up
air?
Second down and
I won't
10
say
for the
anymore.
Knights.
I won't say anymore. Not saying anymore. No. Can't do it. That's right. That's about what it was. All right, second down at 10. Knights got to dig in here, see if they can go on a huge march. Yang's
Little
going to
blitz
keep it
right there.
again. Gets past it, sneaks, ducks, twists, turns,
Dylan Yang on
and
the
scoots
keeper to the
up
left
almost
side.
to the 40-yard line, all the way through the 39, almost to the 40.
looks like the Chieftains came on a blitz through the A or B gap, and Dylan just read that and went outside one of those gaps.
Yeah.
First down.
Once he gets past that initial charge, then he's gone.
And if he can keep doing that, that's going to hold the blitzes down a little bit and also help us to throw the ball a little bit better.
So he scampers all the way up to the 38-yard line. Remember, this started on the 2-yard line. Watch Yang, watch him pick and choose as we run this replay here. Watch him pick and choose where he's going to slide and cut back. That's aggressive running right there. All right, Yang's back here and live, and here he's going to take the ball. He's going to give to the first back through.
Nothing there for
Met
Bass.
right at the line, and I think that's Bass, and he is pushed back by 3 or 4 yards. 3 or 4 yards. Second down and a long way to go now for us. A long, long way to go.
One of our offensive linemen got up and kind of hitting himself on the head. I think he knew he blew a block there.
Jerry Schwartz is now happy, and now we can continue with the program. That's all good.
I think we got to get the ball back to Bias here. Let's be,
we gotta find him.
be sending him in motion.
4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And there he is. He gets across that first line.
We'll
again.
take
He
Yang for
scoots
4,
up,
though. That's good,
and
too.
He gets all the way up to the 43-yard line. Falls
now
to
we
the
got
43.
We got 4th down coming.
Yeah, and we've got about 6 yards to go.
Oh, still 3rd down. All right.
3rd and 6.
Okay, Logan Barr coming in the game, bringing the play in. Well, Barr biased on the pass. We'll take Yang on a 5-yard scamper again and go for it on 4th down.
Got to get in a position where we can get that first down if we need to in 2 plays.
Let's not lose any
have
yards.
A positive.
Don't lose any. All right, there we go.
Get through that run.
First down.
He's across the 50, and he falls to the 45. I just love how Dylan is running downhill.
He is.
I love where his pads are right now. I love how he's falling forward. I love his lean right now.
Mm-hmm.
That looks really, really good. He has found something here, and this is good.
But,
Wish
all those times in the weight room are really helping Dylan running the ball tonight.
That's enough for another Luther night.
So the Knights now find PC territory.
And we have a defensive sub in the line here for Potosi Cassville. Big number 73 in the game.
Got bias to the short side again here. Yang's going to give to Bass. Bass breaks through 1, breaks through 2. He's across the 35, and he's down to the 33-yard line.
He really has
That's
some quick feet.
Number 23, Tanner Bass, giving some life to the Knights.
In a 14 on the play. Ball is placed at the 33-yard line.
A little confidence there.
For a Luther night. First down.
Coach Comey going to keep it on the ground here. Or they're going to go up top here.
Well,
We don't need to panic and throw.
They're being successful. There's my friend, Mr. Derek Caston. He chimed in with the Vikings. We'll just keep it nice and easy, Derek. We know who won, and that'll be a good thing. There's Yang up to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. 18-yard line.
Blocking by the Luther Knight. Lineman.
That's going to be close to a first down, but maybe are they going to move it? Yep, they are going to move it. Very good. So that'll be a first down and right around the 22-yard, or I'm sorry, yeah, the 22.
And we're going to get a Chieftain timeout.
All right, good momentum they've got building and moving down.
And the Chieftains take a timeout with 2:13 left. Knights are driving. Falls at the 22.
Dylan Yang's brother Brandon chiming in, and a big weightlifter himself, and he's been really pushing his brother to do that as well. And one of our strongest players as a junior. That's pretty awesome.
Let's take a quick peek here at Tanner Bass taking the ball from Yang, scampering on the left side here, turning up. Look at how quick his feet are, and he keeps the drive rolling again. Nice little run there by Tanner Bass. Good hard run by him too. Quick feet.
And Knights are really staying away from the penalties. We're not getting into those long situations. That's really helping.
I like initial plays early in the counts, getting positive yardage and making manageable third downs for us to do.
At the 22-yard line of the Chieftains. The Knights will start first and 10.
22-yard line for the Knights. Yang looks over the defense. He takes the pistol snap. He's going to give to Bass, who's going to be thrown.
What did I just say? Why did I say that, guys?
Boy, it almost was like a mesh that went wrong. Terribly, terribly wrong. I'm not sure what that was.
Even if Dylan keeps it, he gets tackled as well.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
All right. Well, let's just get a little bit of it back. We don't have to go to the end zone. We just need to get a little bit of it back right here.
Definitely in 4-down territory. And any field goal option is out, I think. Josiah was still limping over here. And we're down by 13.
There goes Bias in motion past the pistol. And
Bias on the out. Oh, he was open. He's open
Bias.
again.
Bias turns around, gets back to the line of scrimmage and gains a couple more. So it's going to bring about a 3rd and 7 maybe for the Knights. It's a manageable 3rd down. They can do that again. It's another nice ball by Dylan Yang. Very nice ball by Dylan Yang.
Brings up 3rd.
And that bringing him in motion across. I think maybe the Chieftains will see that sometime soon and try to jump that.
Yep. Clock is running with about a minute left here to go in the 3rd quarter of our ball game. 20-7, Potosi Cassville on top, thanks to the strength of a couple of groom-to-rope touchdowns. We got a flag
from the way back.
Behind. Wow, that may be.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see a face mask?
It's hard to see.
I don't know from where that came from, though.
I think it's going to probably be on our line, is my guess. Yeah,
oh, he saw a hold.
Indication is holding.
Wow.
On the Knights.
Wow. Did he?
Wow,
did
he was back in the end zone on
Does
that
he have
one.
binoculars? He's got binoculars on there. All right. All right.
Usually,
we're all done.
Usually, pass interference or delay of game. Usually.
Yeah. That's interesting. He just wanted to get in on the fun. All right. All right. So here we go. It's going to make it now a very difficult 3rd down. We've got to get about halfway back. We got to get.
We hear some fans hollering the same thing down to the field. Was that Jerry Schwartz from home yelling that out?
I think it was. He's on his deck now. Yeah. Well,
that was Derek Caston. Maybe he yelled that.
It was
home.
Derek. That could have been Derek. All right, 3rd down and a long 16. There goes Bias again in motion. Had some trouble with that play before. He's going to, though, come to the left. He's got single coverage. He's going to float it up, and, just a little bit too far.
Intended for Barr. Falls incomplete.
Next year, Logan will get that ball.
I like the execution right there. That's a neat play. You take Bias and run around, and that's not bad.
Yep.
Not bad.
All right, we got 4th and
16 yards
16.
to go.
Yep. I think the ball's got to probably be up to Bias here.
All right, 23 seconds remain here. The Knights are on the 27-yard line.
This drive started again at the 2.
They can pick up a 1st down yet, obviously, but it's a long way away. It's not, can't get it until about the 11-yard line.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I
And
think that was defense that went across.
Are we gonna give it? Nope, he's going to call it on Proudfoot on the left side. Yeah, he just did.
On the play.
Wow.
Well, that's going to
Coach Siebel's asking our side judge about. Coach Siebel's asking, is that the right call?
As the wind picks up here today,
on the
a
night.
little south wind just made it a little difficult.
Oh, the refs aren't calling
4th
the conference.
down now and 20, but more than that, it's 32 yards away.
Got the replay on that?
There's Bias in motion.
Calling our official from New York.
There's Bias in motion again. Yang drops back. He's got single coverage over here.
Some rush is coming.
He is.
You get outside that pocket and run it.
He's going to throw it
on the run. Oh,
he's
caught!
Player, and there it is.
Tanner Bass.
Yep. How in the world he cut in front of another Knight player, and from 32 yards out, Yang finds Bass. Yang kept that play alive as long as he possibly could. Oh,
Let's
man.
see that replay. Where did Bass come from?
Bass.
Was Bass supposed to be out in that route even?
Caught by Tanner Bass.
And
Scrambles into the end zone.
Josiah Larson
Nice.
is on to kick the extra point. Maybe he feels that this motion is a little easier than the punt motion. And he's got a good leg. Just get that on the bone of his foot, and that should pop right on through.
Snap,
big rush.
pull, kick,
And just enough.
Extra
Good.
point is up, and it's good.
That's a big extra point, to be honest, because that
It is.
puts the
Put
Knights
together a
within
99-yard
6,
drive.
just as the clock is
And
running
let's
down.
see
Yes,
that.
let's
Let's
take
see
a
where
look.
Tanner Bass
Your Luther
came from.
Knights,
Was he
14.
starting in the backfield? Was he supposed to be blocking on that play? Didn't see where he came from. He started in the backfield. Good speed by Dillon to get outside the pocket. I thought he was just going to take it down and run, but
13 seconds
Nice
left here
throw
in
on
the
the run
third
there.
quarter. The Knights rejuvenated again, 20-14, Potosi Cassville, and the Knights now need to make a stop here and get to the end of the third, and then play for the quarter. All they have to do is win the quarter. That's all they have to do is win the fourth quarter. Not hold serve. But
during
just
that
win.
quarter, what's our time of possession? Did the Chieftains only have the ball for the one possession? Impressive.
We should have put that on the pregame.
That's almost like the Vikings and the Packers right there. Unfortunately.
Ball possession. Ball possession.
Need a bounce.
Ball possession. Uh-oh. Come on. All right.
Oh,
now,
that's
now,
not
ladies
good.
and gentlemen,
Robbie Rowe on a
we
return
have
for the
seen
Chieftains.
run after run after run. Please,
25-yard
the
return.
defensive backs have got to be prepared
midfield.
for what is about ready to come next.
Ball's placed. 49
Take
yard
away
line.
Rowe.
Chieftains where they will
Watch
start
Groom.
1st and 10.
Let's see where that goes.
And I'm not liking
6 seconds left. We've got time
Robbie
for
Rowe. We
probably
need-
the last play of
we
the
need some
third
pressure.
quarter there. They're going to give it to Spitzak.
That's some pressure. Yep.
And
Gavin
they're gonna meet
Proudfoot
him right
shooting
at
the gap again.
50-yard line, pushing him back another yard.
way.
That'll bring the third quarter to an end. The Knights controlling
At
the
end
third
of the
quarter,
Third quarter.
highlighted by a 99-yard
We have a score,
drive,
Chieftains 20, your Luther
capped
Knights
off by a
14.
Dylan Yang touchdown, electric touchdown pass to Tanner Bass from 32 yards out, and the PAT makes it 20-14. 20-14, Potosi Cassville.
Supporting Luther High
Whoa,
School
don't go
athletic
anywhere
program.
now. It's time for a
Animal
great
tracks.
fourth quarter.
Ultra Federal
Sit
Credit
back
Union,
and relax.
Quick Trip,
And we're going to
Brown
have a
Food,
little bit of fun yet in the
River City
final
Gas,
12 minutes of this
Carter
ball
Cleanup,
game
Homestead
here
Realty,
at Luther High
Roy
School on a
Rock
beautiful
Construction,
night for
State
football.
Farm,
And
Brewster
Coach
Mining,
Rosenbaum has got to be
Merchants
pleased right now.
Bank,
He is, I'm sure,
Big
pumping
Sky,
those guys
Brown
up, and there's a lot of
Plumbing,
confidence on the Knights right now.
and
I think old
Snowplow.
momentum has actually shifted here a little
Area
bit.
specialized
I think Mo is over here. I know I've seen him here illegally,
Thanks to all who
and
support
he is definitely
Luther High
sitting on
athletic
this side
program.
somewhere. There he is.
Mo
Just
Miller.
turn over your right shoulder, and there he
There he
is.
is.
There's our guy, Mo. So it's all set. All right. It'll be a second down and at least 10, maybe a little more when we come back. And the Knights certainly are
Second and 10
excited
for the
and
Chiefs.
ready to go.
Now we have Groom having the wind at his back. See if the Knights can keep shooting gaps.
And there's
Straight
Rose
drop
split
back.
out to the right.
Yep.
There he is.
Got to
Turn
find
and
the
see
ball. We got to find the ball.
And there
And
it is.
interference.
Right
Yep.
off the
Is
bat.
complete.
Oh, I don't know.
There is a flag.
I think that seems to be the thing in
Down
high
on the
school
play.
of kind of playing like the pros do on the
Indication is
defensive backs.
pass
But
interference
I think you
on
got to
the
find the
defense.
ball in high school.
That is
Yeah.
a long play. That's going to take it all the way down to the 20-yard
Pass is
line
complete.
for sure. Obviously a first down. And this is what we've been worried about. This is the
Ball
roll.
is marked at the 23-yard
The
line of
roll,
the Knights.
the groom to roll
Chieftains will have a
connection.
1st and 10.
That if the Knights don't find an answer for, it's going to be a tough fourth quarter.
And there was no even fake handoff in that one. They said, stop messing with that. We're just throwing the ball.
23-yard line is where they're going to spot it for official purposes. And there's Groom dropping back, and we got him down
There's
on
Proudfoot.
the floor. And Proudfoot's got him down.
Proudfoot, or that was Isaiah.
Isaiah
That was Isaiah on that
Isaiah
one.
Lerch on that one. There he is.
And that's a big defensive play.
That's huge. We needed that one. pushing them back.
Keep that momentum from
considerably.
totally running
Look
to the
at
other
the
side.
loss all the way to nearly the 30-yard line, almost a 7-yard loss. Second down, big play here again for the
Isaiah
Knights.
Lerch on the sack. Loss of 6 on the
Did
play.
you play that one again?
Brings up second down and 16.
All right, here's a second down play. 17 yards to go for a first down. Out of the shotgun is where Groom is. We got a flag.
Oh.
We're going to back them up again.
Flags
They jumped
on
a
the
little bit
play.
more. Potosi,
False
Cassville
start.
just a little bit out of sync right now, but haven't had the ball for a while, and that's why. So,
It'll be second
again,
down and
field
21.
distance is improving.
Is that Sam Van Riper with the white hat on?
Mr. Kasten, I believe that you are correct. I believe Mo is the class of 1962. I think he helped put the shovel in the ground. Second down and over 20 yards to go for the first. We got another one. He jumped again, and I think it might have been over here with this time I think it was Rowe that jumped.
On the field.
So that's
False
we're
start
going the
on
wrong way.
defense.
We're all the way almost to the 40-yard line
Second
now.
down and 26.
And maybe they went on a hard count and they themselves jumped off.
That was for your son. Still second down. Lots of penalties.
Was someone calling for jump around? We did not play jump around between the third and the fourth quarter here. That's going to have to add that in. Get that queued up, Shibs.
Nope. Going to go the short
wide
way.
open to the flats.
No one home. And Bolstead is able to bring him down at the 20-yard line. Now, here's the good news. Yeah, here's the good news. It's still third down. They still have 2 downs to try and get that first down. They got to get all the way down to, the 12-yard line for a first down. Somewhere's in that part.
Yep, and there's that number 5, Tucker Liebfried,
Third and 7.
fullback sneaking out on that. Boy, we didn't get much of a rush right there, and not even a great fake in the backfield. Their O-line did a good job.
There's Rowe again in the corner. Oh, what a play. Did he
Nice
catch it?
pass.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
What a play.
Incomplete.
What a try, though. Boy, that kid is a good receiver.
Brings up fourth down and
Oofed.
7.
He really adjusts to the ball well, sees it over his shoulder.
And Groom throws a good ball, too, for him. Oh, man, that's going to be fun to watch those guys next year. I bet you they got lots of people already on them. All right, 4th down and 7.
It is
Certainly
fourth down for the
big plays exist in this ball game, no doubt. None bigger than the one you're about ready to watch. 4th down and 7 for Potosi Cassville from the 20-yard line of Luther High School.
Timeout.
And Luther's going to pull a timeout and let Potosi Cassville think about
There's a
how
timeout on
they
the
are going to
field.
do this. And
Called
Luther's
by the Luther
defense is
Knights.
going to make sure they know where number 1 is. Send a message. Number 1, know where he is. And then let's make sure we know where the running back is in the flats as well. So two successful plays that Potosi Cassville has had tonight, finding those 2 players. So we'll see where it
Tournament
goes.
field and brackets will be made available sometime tomorrow
I would like to see
morning.
Coach Rosenbaum
Watch
here
for the
mixing up
news
and
about the
putting Lyndon
WIAA
Bias on
football
number
tournament
1 for this
and
play.
where the Knights
Just a
will
little bit
possibly
more
play.
strength on that as they maybe throw it up to him.
Yep.
Bias,
Just
of
a
course, is
different
also
look.
great on the edge on rollouts, but just might give a little different look in coverage.
Yeah, you got on the 20-yard line, a lot less ground to have to cover here. So you can stick somebody on him, and he can just be in his grill the entire way.
A defensive line push will really help here, too.
20-yard line. Chieftains have 4th and 7.
Wide side of the field rollout. Looks like Isaiah and Gavin on the wide side. Looks like Bias is coming on a blitz. Nope. He's taking the flats.
Going
And a
up
throw
again.
up. And off his
knocked
helmet.
down.
Pass is knocked down and falls incomplete.
Is that Tanner Bass?
Josh Steebs on the coverage, 25.
That's a big play for that young man.
And
Bolstead?
and Luke Schmeling coming
Bolstead.
off. Did
Is
that
his?
pass even go off his
I
helmet?
don't know. It looked weird, didn't it? Yeah,
on
it
the
looked
defender.
bounced somehow,
For the
didn't it? Yeah.
Knights.
Well, Luther takes over, and we need
Chieftains
another
turn
huge
it over on
drive right
downs
here.
and give it back to the Knights. They start 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
And positive yardage again. Keep the
Yep,
ball
let's
off
keep
the
going.
ground.
First 2 plays, let's get 6 yards, and then we can go from there. Yang's excited to keep running and pushing the ball. He likes that. He's gonna fall forward for 2 maybe. 2nd and 8 maybe. Yep.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Barr and Riley off. That means Lenz and Caston in, I think.
9 minutes to go here and a ticking clock in the 4th quarter. The Knights down 6 with the ball. 2 timeouts remaining. Potosi kind of on their heels a little bit right here. 20-14 they're leading. The give is to the back through. It gets met right at the line and smashed. And maybe even lose another yard. So we're 3rd down and a long 8 to go. 3rd and a long 8 to go here.
Pass to the flats has been the thing that's been
Get
open.
this play in. Long time to get this play in. We're going to watch the back judge here, see if he's going to start counting anything down. I'm a little worried here. Maybe they'll get there.
Broke the huddle pretty fast.
Yang's got him in. He's gonna. There's the count, getting ready to go.
Barr and Baston
And there's
top.
motion.
Here comes
He's
Bias
got him
over to
out.
this flat.
Gets it off. Over the middle. Oh, what a
Logan
catch.
Barr.
Oh, what a
Big
diving
catch. Oh, he still got 4th down. Not quite enough.
Pass caught by Barr.
If we could have just let him a little bit, he could have turned it
Short
upfield.
of the 1st
Good
down.
option on that nice play nicely there with
Brings up 4th down.
thinking
and
that
2.
Bias was going to get it and Logan kind of dragging in from the backside.
4th down and 2. We're on our own 28-yard line. This
We
is
definitely
another
have to go
big
for it.
play. Barr's coming in late.
Oh, fake punt.
Bolston's coming in
timeout.
late. Barr.
I think we're going to be using. No, we are going to punt it.
We
All
got
right.
it.
Barr has
Against
punted
the
nicely
wind.
this year. All right,
Against
we
the
got
wind.
set. All right.
Gets off
Got
a
it up.
kick
Nice
to
punt
the
against the
50-yard
wind.
line. Down that ball quickly.
Yeah.
There you go. Down it, and it is dead.
Punt is away.
Justin Miller on the tap right there. They're going to give it to us
Are
there.
they going to let it go
No,
back? That's
they're
not
not.
where he touched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Midfield, where the Chieftains will take over.
I thought that side judge was going to let him go all the way to the 45-yard line.
On the
Use the
Lutheran
hand to bat the ball.
49-yard line.
Wow. You could do that all the way down the field then. I like it. I like it. COVID rule.
I actually thought we might go for it right there. But our defense has been playing defense.
7 minutes,
Decent.
15 seconds left. Groom brings him up. He's going to keep it on the ground. Spitznick gets out to the side. Yep. And
Phillip on the ball carry out to the
oh,
right
okay.
side.
I thought it was Spitznick.
Our fans are yelling, "Watch the hold."
Gain of 2 on the play.
One of the moms saw that from the top row was declared.
I love it. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. 2nd down. 8 yards to go. We're just around midfield here. And there we go. He's got a step on him, too. Oh,
And the ball. Nope.
There's Rowe.
Yep.
And it's going to be from 47 yards out.
Is complete. Rowe runs
There
it in
is
for
a
the
nice
touchdown.
pass and a
Touchdown for
nice
the Chieftains.
speed and catch right there. That is quite the hookup for their
Third touchdown
13th
tonight.
time this year.
It'll be 11.
Well,
It'll be
11 for Rowe.
for Rowe, and it's going to be
To 14 for Groom.
14 for Groom. You're right. 47-yard strike from Groom to Rowe. The 3rd touchdown for both of them this evening.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And there's a throw. Oh, and I think he grabbed it.
He's got
he
that one.
does have it.
2-point conversion is good.
Who got it? Groom to, I
Can't
think it
tell.
might be Spitzik.
6:35 left to go in the ball game. Chieftains 28.
Those light numbers across the way.
Knights
Yep.
14.
All right. Yep. let's take a look at it if you have it. We're going to try and cue this one back up here. Watch this. You're watching two special football players going here. The quarterback, Groom, and then Rowe, the receiver. Wow, these two are
And they are juniors.
certainly worth the price of admission tonight. That's the third time they've hooked up tonight. 28-14 is our score with 6.5 minutes remaining here at Knight Park. Wow, quality players, no doubt about it. 47-yard score.
Reminds me a little bit of last year. Mineral Point had quite the passing attack.
That was a
Maybe
great
these two
quarterback,
guys
too.
aren't quite as
Whoa.
good as the guy from Mineral Point.
Wasn't he
who-
a sophomore too?
No, he
Mineral
basketball.
Oh, yeah. That
basketball,
was they got
UNLV.
hurt. Yeah, and he got hurt.
Yeah.
Getting ready
Yeah.
to kick off for the
I don't know if he
Chieftains.
wound up going or not.
Wow, Bias.
I know Dewey. No, not Dewey.
And
Dave.
Riley
Start with a
back
D.
for the
James
Knights.
James Binder, you got his name?
Yeah, that's it.
Lindsay.
Thank
Yes,
you.
very
Yeah,
good.
He was tough. You're still not a good camera guy, but good work. Thanks, James. Appreciate you coming in tonight, James. And there's the kick. Riley's going to field it around the 20,
Got
across
some
the 30
yards.
to the 35. He's still on
Nice
his feet
return.
to the 38.
Uh-huh.
Scampers all the way up. That's going to give him confidence to get all the way to the 38-yard line. All right, the Knights can't fool around now. They've got to have some rhythm here. They've got to have some tempo, as they need to make up a couple of scores here.
38-yard line, where the Luther Knights will start 1st and 10.
I believe the Knights possess 2 timeouts, Mr. Lersch, if I can remember correctly.
That sounds right.
And with down 2 scores, 2 full scores, here they go.
Now we got twins each side. Oh,
And
Early came
Yang-
with a good rush again.
Yang out of the pistol completes to Bias again.
Yang pass
Bias
complete
is
to
over
Bias.
45 to the 47-yard line, almost the
Short of the
48.
first down marker.
And just shy of
Just second
midfield.
down.
Now the Knights pick up the
And
pace.
1.
They're going right away. They're in their 2-minute. Yang takes the snap. He looks again. He fires. He connects
Oh, we have a guy here.
with. I think that's Riley.
That's
down
Riley,
there.
yep.
That's Riley.
Riley.
Behind the pole here. That's
Right
a
behind the
Knight
pole
first
and our
down.
players. I thought that was just a
Across
poor pass
midfield.
going to Bias.
The
Right
clock
on.
stops
That's
right
enough
there,
for
and he's
another
out
Luther
of
Knight.
bounds, so we got some
First
time here.
down.
But Yang's going to keep the pace, and he's going to bring the Knights up quickly. He drops back again. He's going to look. He's going to throw.
Uh-oh.
And stepping in the middle.
Yang's pass
Yep, he
is
just read that one.
intercepted by the
Yep.
Chieftains. Intercepted
Just
by
sat
Groom.
back.
Robbie
and
read
waited
those
for
eyes.
him.
Yep.
And the quarterback picks one off. So Groom, Levi Groom,
that's
the
Groom.
quarterback, steals one. And now
Ball's at the
Potosi will take
42-yard
over
line of the
on
Knights.
the Luther
The Chieftains will take over
42-yard
1st
line.
and 10.
Up 2 scores with just over 5.5 left to go.
Now I think we're going to see Spitzak and Liebfried running the ball.
Yep. 2 timeouts to burn here for the Knights. I don't know if they're going to use them in this series right away. Depends on what the first play is here. Groom gives to Spitzek. Spitzek is caught down
Tanner
by
Bass.
Tanner Bass. There's your player.
Yeah.
What a nice play as he shoots up. Well,
Oh,
it's
Josh
Steves
Steves.
again.
Josh Steves.
Josh
Nice.
is really having a nice
Big
night
loss.
tonight.
And
He's
Josh
really
has,
having a nice
Josh
night.
has really come on through this year. He didn't play as much early, but he's definitely had a lot of guys go out, and he's come up and had tons of nice tackles this year.
Second
You
down
can
and
see the
16.
confidence growing in him. That's
Yeah.
a great thing to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully he continues with that.
Another junior. Yep.
Yep. All right, second down. That's a loss of 6. Second down at 16 now for Groom. He's trying to use that entire clock now. He brings it down to the 5-minute mark, and there's a heavy rush. He bounces like a pinball, finds a receiver,
Wow.
and that receiver's going to be taken out of bounds.
Pass is complete.
Lyndon wants that one back.
Beautiful.
And he's short of the first down, but it brings up 3rd down and a very manageable, maybe 2 or 3 yards to go. And the ball is inside the 40, all the way down to the 35-yard line. Groom's going to bring him up. That ball's out of bounds, so of course the clock is not running here. Now Groom's going to have to try and convert a 3rd and 3. He's got his 2 running backs behind him, and he's got his favorite receiver out here to the left in single coverage.
And I think they run the ball here, 2-down territory.
Groom waits, takes the snap, gives to the first back, who's
Inside.
met early, but enough to scamper forward, and I believe enough to grab the first down. It'll be close. It'll be close.
Schmeling and
Yep,
Steves there.
looks like they're going to stop the clock. That means it's first down.
Just enough
And
for a
so
keep
after
first
they
down.
set these sticks, then the clocks will run. The clock will spin again. Knights got to start over again, 1st and 10. The ball's all the way down to the 30-yard line now of Luther. And Potosi Cassville is in no hurry at all. And Levi Groom knows it, and he's going to be the field general here, and he's going to try and milk as much as he possibly can. Keep your eye on the far back man, the judge, the back judge. Watch his hand go up like that, and now watch him start counting it, and he has 5 seconds to get that off, and he did get it off. Pitches to Spitzek. We've got a flag on the play, and of course we've got a holding on Potosi Cassville.
Definitely looks like the
We'll back them up
spot, yeah.
10 yards. Stop the clock, which is probably most important out of that whole mess. Saving a timeout for the Knights.
And it sends them back. And here's our chance to make a defensive play. It may be insurmountable for the Knights right now, but this is an opportunity. Yeah. Looks like Coach Siebel is going to decline that.
Penalty is now declined. Second down and 10.
Gets the second down instead of first down.
All about cutting the plays down so that we can get the ball earlier. And now we have a timeout for Potosi Cassville. Well, we had a great interview with Athletic Director Joel Babnick, and he announced some pretty amazing things about WIAA football playoff action. And as you heard it here, the story has broken. It appears that Luther High School has qualified for the playoffs. More will be known tomorrow morning when Mr. Babnick releases the information about a potential game that Luther High School will have. We know that they're going to continue practicing, and we know that according to Mr. Babnick that there's a potential of 2 weeks of playoffs. And we'll just have to watch tomorrow and see where the Knights could be playing. Maybe they're home, maybe they're traveling, but it sure will be something that will be exciting for Luther High School and for its fan base that's here too. So congratulations to the Knights if that rings to be true, and we'll look forward to that playoffs.
Thank all the gentlemen giving us the Luther Night live stream here this evening, broadcasting it to all our
Mr.
Luther Knight fans out there.
Scriber's giving us a shout out tonight. Is she here this evening? Where is she?
All right.
Oh, I thought so. Oh. Wow.
Wow. That's a telescope.
James Biedenbender, ladies and gentlemen. James Biedenbender is here.
Second and 9.
You're not very good with your camera. It is second down and 9 to go, 30-yard line. Here's Groom. He gives to Spitzek. Spitzek breaks us into the second level. And almost for first down yardage. But we'll bring up a third, and the Knights burn theirs as soon as they can, stopping the clock at the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
3:58 left to go in the ball game.
Well, Mr. Lersch, you know what time is coming. It is almost time for us to select our players, potentially, of the game. And the Quick Trip players of the game might be a pair of them. And then we're going to debate that a little bit. So I'm wondering if you already are putting that together. And then maybe we can pick our player of the game for Potosi and a player of the game for the Knights and kind of do both of those tonight. So we're going to put you to the test here in about 2 minutes to see what you got for us. And, of course, there's lots of gifts and needless presents that we go along with, and
3rd and
we'll
2.
be giving those out too. 4 minutes, and the clock spins. Groom gives again. And I think if he gets it, we're in trouble. They've stopped the clock.
And the chain
And
guys,
they
the
moved
chain guys
him.
are walking.
Let's check a replay on that. Wonder if you'll have a
Enough for
replay.
Chieftain's
But
first
he
down.
didn't get that by much. And so now the clock
Ball is placed at the
resets.
20-yard line.
The sticks reset and the clock spins.
Chieftains have first
And
and
now we inch forward to 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the contest. You're going to get a steady diet of runs here, and they're going to try and do everything they can just to pound this ball into the ground. I believe
Knights
Luther
have
has
to be looking
one timeout left.
Looking to strip the ball here.
There is the give. And that ball is eaten up. And the Knights have
Carry to the right
one
side.
timeout remaining. And I think they're going to burn it right here.
Yep.
Timeout. On the field, Luther calls timeout. Loss of 1 on the play.
Well, possible playoff teams next week. Luther would be in Division 6 and Potosi Cassville Division 7. And for the Knights, teams in this area that are Division 6 that are playing, the Dairyland Conference is playing this year. So that would be probably a combination of Division 6 and 7 teams
So there
in
might
that
be one up
conference.
there.
So maybe something there would be great, as it's kind of close. Of course, also traveling to play some of the teams from the Six Rivers,
Yeah, the
or,
ones that
or
we
Swall,
played in this.
or
yeah.
the Swall
yeah.
as well
Yeah.
would be possible teams.
I would guess that they're going to do everything they can to try and keep it regional as far as geographical within an hour.
For travel, yep.
It could be interesting what they do with La Crosse County, making us go on the road. It'll be interesting to see how that works. He's going to keep it. He's not going to put it up in the air, and they're going to get him right there. But as I said, I don't believe we have any timeouts remaining. So you're going to see that clock run now, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12. I don't know if he had any intention of making it a running play from the get-go, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're gonna put this one up in the air here. I don't know. I just have a feeling they're gonna maybe chalk one more up, try and get one more up. 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and our man is out here. Drops back, looks over the middle,
nobody there.
No one home,
Oh.
and there is the score. Missed coverage
Groom's pass
out
is
on the right.
complete.
A lot of people.
Running for the
I
touchdown.
first thought he was looking this way to roll, and I don't know if that was designed that he stopped and went the other way, or if he just saw a lot of pressure
Got a
on his
number
side.
on that one? Anybody help me out on a number? And that was 20 yards.
Don't know if it was number 6. Udelhofen. Can't see their numbers.
Chibs is going to get it right there in just a second. Yeah. Just the numbers are terrible. The kick is up, and it is
The
no
point
good.
is up. No good. 2:30 left to go in the ball game.
Can you catch that one at all? It's kind of
Potosi
tough. It's
Cassville
so hard, isn't
4.
it?
The Luther Knights 14.
Got our
Yeah.
replay central.
Check this replay, and if you know, send it in for us.
We replay all scoring,
Yeah, we're double checking
all
it.
scoring plays reviewed in New York.
Man, oh man, oh man. You can't blow that up, huh? That is tough. Try it again. Let's see what we got. See where he comes from the beginning of the play. See where he comes from. Can you back that up?
And we have no pylon cam down there either. Maybe next year. They're broken. All right.
Because you kicked him. James Biedenbender ruined the clock, ruined the camera, ruined the pylons.
Maybe Kelly Tauscher got it with her big camera.
Good catch. Good catch. That's good
Maybe
hands.
she could see.
Getting a little windy here at Luther High School.
That camera lens must be, that's over a foot. Wow.
Riley and
James
Bias
Biedenbender.
back for the Knights.
All right. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 34 for Potosi and 14 for the Knights. What an entertaining fourth quarter, though, it turned out to be, with a lot of scoring. Couple of more Groom touchdown passes. That brought him to 4 for the night. 4 touchdowns for Groom throwing the ball tonight.
Riley on the
His
return.
favorite receiver, Rose, scored 3 of them. And
26 on
that is
Wow,
the
that would be
story of the ball game.
High school DraftKings tonight to
Yeah, no
have
doubt.
Roll and Groom.
Oh my, you'd be rolling.
Ball is placed at the 39-yard line of the Knights, where they will start first
12?
and 10.
Number 12.
You got a 12?
Ben Spriggs, sophomore, 5'10" sophomore.
Think so? Or is it just 2? That's tough.
They don't have a number 2 though.
Okay. All right. First down and 10 for Luther. And Yang drops back to pass under a heavy rush. That's a tough ball to, under heavy duress,
Dylan
tries to
Yang
throw
pass.
it to intended for
Intended
Bias.
for bias, falls incomplete.
Couldn't get the full arm action there for Dylan.
Second and 10.
Had a very large player in front of him.
Now those interior 4 are just rushing hard and
Second down, 10 to go.
they're dropping back big time in the backfield.
Two minutes, 19 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter, the final quarter here at Luther High School. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thanks, Mr. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Schibelhut, for all of the hard work that you have put on for the production this evening.
Caston.
Thank you very much for putting this on for the people. I don't know if we went to 70. How many did we get to?
Third and
100,
10.
160 people on the sellout here tonight.
I think
You
those
make
other
up numbers? I don't make up numbers.
those other people are outside the fence on Wilson Street
That could be.
enjoying the tailgating at the same time.
There it is. Yang backs up. He looks over. He finds Bias. Did he hold on to it? I can't see him.
He held on.
Intended for
He's
bias,
right
complete.
at the marker, but a
8
little
of 9 on
shy.
the play.
About a yard is what they
Fourth and
need
one.
as it runs under 2 minutes. Running under 2 minutes here. Yang looks and throws, and right through the hands of
Yang pass
Riley.
intended for Riley falls
And
incomplete.
Potosi Cassville will take over with 1:47 to go, and that's gonna be the end of it. They're gonna probably find our favorite formation of the night and of the year, and that's the victory formation. Well, it's time, Mr. Lerch. Time for you to announce the quick trip players of the game according to what you have. First of all, for Potosi Cassville, what are you going with?
Well,
Ball is placed at the 49-yard
if I'm
line.
picking just one, I'm going to go with Robbie Rowe.
First and 10.
His catches, and also I believe he is the defensive player that had 2 picks, and I think he was the guy. Because of that, I would take just him. If I'm allowed 2 quick trip player of the games, then of course we have to have Levi Groom as well, as he really throws a nice ball and leads their team.
We'll have to check our budget for the mythical gifts to see if we can afford to, but those are exactly who I was going with
Yep.
Potosi Cassville too. They were worth the price of admission tonight. And what about a night player of the game? Where are we going to go there?
And have to go with Dylan Yang, and he really threw the ball nicely tonight, and his running as well, and was outstanding.
I would also concur with that, and I believe that he ran he really ran hard. He ran with purpose tonight. I really liked his lean. Tonight it just clicked tonight. It's kind of a neat deal watching him do that and take over. So a lot of great plays this evening by a lot of great people, and those 3 really stood out, and we congratulate them on being the quick trip players of the game tonight for both Potosi and for the Luther Knights. We'll take one more snap, and Groom will end this one here tonight, and then they can look forward to a long ride home. But we wish them the very best on that journey as they
That will
make
be
it
the
there.
end of the game.
good showing by Luther. It's a
Nice
lot
play
short, a
by
lot
both
closer than
sides.
that score
yeah.
shows,
Final
and I am
score,
very
Luther
impressed by that
34,
Potosi
Luther Knights
Cassville team. I
14.
think they are sharp and crisp,
I want
and
to thank
I think
you all
that's
for
pretty
attending
good.
tonight's game and supporting
Mr.
both
Shibboleth,
teams.
thank you for Nightlife Productions, and Mr.
Special
Beanbender, thank
protocol
you for the work that
due
you've
to
done,
the
and
COVID-19
Mr. Lersch, you did nothing but
virus.
add
At
and
this time,
add
we
and
ask all
add to the
spectators
program,
to
so
be
thank you for that, and
exit
who
the
knows if we'll be
facility.
back again next week or not, but
Each football team will
until
exit
then,
the field
stay
and
safe,
head
everybody,
directly to the
and
locker rooms.
be
We will
careful.
not stop and greet or visit the spectators.
And there we have the shaking
Your
of
players going home,
the
if you please
waving of the
descend into the
hands to
parking
each
lot.
other. Raise the helmet, yes.
Thanks for
Thanks
joining
again,
us
everybody, for coming.
on Nightlife Productions.
God's blessings
We're
to the rest of
thankful
your
that you
evening.
joined us on our live
Everyone,
stream
please
this
have
evening
a
and
safe
had an opportunity
drive
to watch
home.
our guys play. And thank you for joining us from Potosi, Cassville as well. And all the best to you as you prepare for the playoffs. Have a great, great weekend, everybody. Good night. Thank you. Cleaned up what you want done. I'll take the chairs in to begin with.
chairs is all I need.
What else do you want?
Chairs and then I got everything. Everything else is going.